Mother Nature has cooled it down a little bit here in Bessemer as the Bessemer City Purple Tigers take on the Pell City Panthers. Drummond Company Friday Night Rivals presented by My 68 Sports. Hello, everybody. I'm James Verrett along with R.J. Burns. R.J., how has your summer been, and how excited are you to start another high school football season?
Well, my summer has been very good, but I've been very excited about starting new football season because, you know, when new season comes, new opportunities, new challenges. So this is going to be a good opportunity for both teams to kind of figure out what they can do starting a new season this year.
And for Pell City, they have a brand-new team, brand-new coach. And for Bessemer City, they're trying to come off of a playoff win last season to try to build upon that foundation. But this is the first game of the season. So what are your keys to the game?
Yes, so they have a lot of keys. So for Pell City, you want to be very physical. You want to be O-line must step up, and you also want to force turnovers. But when it comes to Bessemer, you want to avoid turnovers, but you want to be sharp on special teams.
Now, we have a couple of very special athletes, specifically a young man playing for Bessemer City, Jamarian Gooden. He is very good. His last name really goes with the way that he plays. Had 1,000 yards last year, and Coach says he's the kind of back that can take it all the way to the house.
Yes, I mean, he's a very electric back, so going to look forward to see what he can do tonight, but it must be proved tonight in tonight's game.
And for Pell City, their signal caller is the man in the middle wearing number 1, Brody Gossett. Got almost 1,000 yards passing, but with a new coach, a new scheme, he may be able to surpass 1,000 yards.
Yeah, so with the new coach comes a new system, so we're going to look forward to see what he can do with his team in the new system going this year, starting a brand new year.
And this will be an exciting game as Bessemer City, they say that you cannot be in fear when you have on the Purple Tiger uniform. It should be a barn burner of a night. Stay tuned. The Drummond Company Friday Night Rivals right here on My 68 Sports. Kickoff coming up next. Welcome back to the Marble City Drummond Company Friday Night Rivals presented by My 68 Sports. Remember, Drummond Company, a leader in the coal industry, a leader in the community. Let's go to the third member of our broadcast crew, Anna Hope. Anna?
Night Rivals. It seems like the rain has cleared for now. We're watching two teams who are trending up in 2025. That's Bessemer City versus Pell City. Bessemer City, they're coming off a 9-2 season, their best season in 13 years. They're being coached by Antonio Nelson. He actually played here. He says he's instilling what he calls purple pride back into the program. As for Pell City, they're coming off back-to-back playoff trips, and in the offseason, they hired head coach Jake Gaines, who was shortly thereafter suspended for recruiting violations. The Panthers were put on probation and given a postseason ban, but just 2 days ago, Wednesday of this week, that postseason ban was lifted, so now the Panthers have something to play for. They're being coached by offensive coordinator Coach Kuykendall. James, RJ, back to you.
Thank you so very much, Anna. Time now for our kickoff, Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. Remember, Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union is where you belong. They're committed to providing personalized financial solutions to help you achieve your goal. And the 2026 season is underway, and Pell City will take it at their own 2-yard line. Here comes a huge hole, and they're able to get out to the 32-yard line. Good return for the Panthers. Not a bad way to start the season if you're Brody Gossett, and here he comes as the signal caller for his team, and this young man can do it all. He was the leading rusher last year, leading passer. He can do a little bit of everything.
Yeah, he can do a lot, so it's going to be interesting to see what he can do tonight starting out. So it's going to start right here in this offensive drive.
They're going to start with 5 wide. Now they're going to shift and go into a 2-back set. Gossett now hands it off to Kamari Love, but Love is stopped by this vaunted defensive front. And they are led by a young man who transferred in, big number 2. There he is, Donovan Moore. This young man committed to Auburn, transferred from Hueytown over the offseason, and now he's going to be one of the anchors for this team.
Yes, he really can do it all, so that's going to be a big challenge for Pell City. So they're going to stop this Bessemer City defensive front because they are very electric. They can move on the defensive line.
They give him 1 yard on the gain, so now 2nd down and 9 for the Panthers. They're going to send Love in motion. Trying to keep it on the ground, but this time it's a linebacker able to make a play and finally bring him down. Good stop there by Telly Simmons, plays the outside linebacker role for the Purple Tigers.
Yeah, Telly Simmons just a good job of reading the play. I mean, it was very disciplined. His eyes in the right spot, and he eventually made the tackle. So that was a very good play.
Now 3rd and long. They need to get the ball out to about the 46-yard line, 45 really, to make sure they have enough for the first. That check with me offense, they're not going with the huddle. Everybody looking to the sideline. Now we have a new quarterback in, Wyatt Hartley in at quarterback. Oh, they send big number 75 in motion, going back. Beavers goes in motion. Here comes Hartley. He's going to throw it. Catch is made. But it looks like they may be a few yards short. They get it out to Brody Gossett. One thing when I talked to Eric Kuykendall, he said he wants to try to get the ball to his playmakers in space, and this is one of those plays.
Yeah, that was a very smart play. There was very patient as the play was winding down. The clock was winding down, so he had to make sure he was able to get the ball snapped in a very amount of time.
4th down and 1. They're going to try to draw the Purple Tigers off sides. Season opener, and they look like they're going to go for it on their first 4th down attempt of the year. Going to give it on the ground, and it looks like that defense may have held. The Purple Tiger defense says no way. And you got to give credit to Dylan Moore, the little brother. Yeah, that big guy's the little brother to Donovan Moore. He was the big run stopper on 4th down.
Now, I called it a statement stopper. They made a statement on 4th and short. They was denied. They did not let them get the first down, so that was a very big defensive stop by Bessemer City's defensive line.
Turn it over on downs. The defense holds, gives the offense for the Purple Tigers dynamic field position already in Panther territory at about the 43-yard line. Their signal caller coming back from injury, V.J. Slaughter, and in the backfield, 1,000-yard rusher, Lamarian Gooden. High snap for Slaughter, his first throw since being injured, and he finds a receiver. Wow! Inside the 20 to Agent Zero, Chennis Wilson Fuller. He led the team last year in all-purpose yards.
Yeah, that was just a good throw right there. The snap was a little high, but he was very patient. Once he saw his receiver get open in space, it was a really good throw, really great catch by the receiver.
Going to try to go on the ground, but that defensive front for Pell City is not having it. Good stop there by Neef McFarland and company.
Yeah, that was
number 53.
It's a very big stop after they just had a positive game, so they was waiting for the defensive line to step up and allow them any hardly yards in their last drive.
They say no gain, second down here in the Window World red zone. Remember, enhance your home with Window World of Central Alabama. High snap again. They're going to give it on the ground to Gooden, but Gooden is wrapped up quickly. Another good tackle there led by Neef McFarland. So now the defense for Pell City is trying to shut the door on an opportunistic offense here with the Purple Tigers of Bessemer City. They need to get inside the 10 to get a first. Slaughter had to wait for that snap. Quick throw, makes the catch. Once again, Agent Zero, Wilson Fuller. He is close to the first down. Looks like it depends on the spot. He may have to go for it on fourth.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very good play right there. But it looks like the quarterback and Agent Zero, they have a good connection. So whenever he wants to make a big play, it looks like they're finding some good chemistry, finding some good offensive drives going right here early in the game.
So it looks like they're going to go for a field goal. Zayden Martinez is the kicker. Last year, he was 2 for 5 in kicking field goals. His longest was 44 yards. This one should be a chip shot. Kick is up. And it's good. And the first scores of the 2026 season for the Purple Tigers is Bessemer City's Zayden Martinez as they get a 3-0 lead after that fourth down stop by their defense.
Yeah, they weren't able to score on this possession, but they started off well. But in the possession, you never want to leave points on the board. So they were able to end this offensive drive in the field goal, which resulted in 3 points. So going to look to see what they could do next coming up on defense.
So you're a former defensive lineman. If you're Pell City right now, what are you feeling? Do you feel like you accomplished something by stopping them in the red zone?
Yeah, I think you feel like you accomplished something, but at the same time, when it comes to things like that, you don't want to get complacent. You don't want to get comfortable. You just have to continue to be consistent, continue to make those nice plays that Pell City made for their first defensive drive.
3-0 is your score. Bessemer City Purple Tigers. And as you can see, the head coach for Pell City, Eric Kuykendall, this is his first time as a head coach here on the varsity level. I asked him, was he going to have any nerves? He said, you know what, I'll have to wait till the next day to figure out what my nerves were really like. He's an offensive coordinator, was with Jake Gaines at Moody High School, also was an assistant at Thompson High School, has a long tradition of offensive innovation, and now he's got to work himself out of a 3-0 hole. Time now for the Coosa Pines Credit Union kickoff. Martinez with the kick, and it will go into the end zone for a touchback. Good kick. Looks like Martinez has now got a little bit more oomph in his kicks now after kicking that field goal. So now we'll see if the offense for Pell City can get things going. We do have two quarterbacks still in there, but it looks like Hartley will be making the checks and the calls as Gossett will be split out. We've got Beavers in the backfield along with Hartley. Hartley making the checks on the line. From the 20. Going in motion is Love. Quick out to Love on the outside, trying to find some room, but that speed on the defense for the Purple Tigers right there to tackle him. He up, and now we've got a little pushing and shoving going on.
Yeah, that play was designed to be a jet sweep to the left, but the defense, they did a good job of doing outside containment, so he was not able to cut that play upfield. So that was just a good job on the defense being disciplined and staying doing a good job of doing outside containment, doing their assignment.
Kamari Love on the carry, and we did have a little pushing and shoving going on, and it looks like it was big number 2, Donovan Moore, who has that. You see, he already has that Auburn. I know you can spot that a mile away because
yes,
you don't like it, being a Alabama grad. So it's a personal foul against the Purple Tigers. It'll be 15 yards. Antonio Nelson, the head coach, I know he definitely doesn't want to see that. So it'll be 1st and 10 now.
1st and 10 on the 35-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 35. Hartley makes a change at the line. Still staying in the shotgun. Giving it to Love. Love able to get 1, possibly 2 yards. On the bottom of that pile was Rosarius Horn. Coach says he's really the captain of that defense. He's the heart and soul. Not necessarily the biggest linebacker, but he may carry the biggest punch.
Yeah, sometimes you don't have to be the biggest, but as long as you play good assignment football, you do your job, you can make plays of what Hartley's just made.
And I don't want you to sing that song that all the kids say, the biggest, the largest. And I don't know all the other words. Okay. Quick pass, and the defense was right there to quickly swarm Telly Simmons right there to make the play, to stop him right there in his tracks. Reception made by Brennan Salter, the wide receiver. He's a big target, but Simmons right there to say, I can wrap up big targets and little targets. Simmons playing that outside linebacker, more of a tweener between a linebacker and a strong safety. So once again, 3rd down and long for the Panthers. Hartley getting some pressure, got to get rid of the ball. It's tipped and incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
Intended for Salter. But there is a flag at the 30-yard line.
Holding on the offense.
It's a hold on Pell City, and it will be declined by Bessemer City, which gives a punting situation for the Panthers. Once again, the defense for Bessemer City stepped up.
Yeah, Hartley had to hurry and get that ball out because there was a lot of pressure coming in the right edge, so he had to hurry and make a decision, and he was able to force a pass out that probably was there, but it wasn't a good play at the time.
Teldrin Turner is back deep for Bessemer City, along with Braylon Ellington. We take a break. When we come back, we'll get the punt, and we'll see if Bessemer City can drive again. You're watching Friday Night Rivals, Drummond Company Friday Night Rivals on My 68 Sports. Stay tuned. And the Bessemer City Purple Tiger defense has been playing almost lights out tonight as they have a 3-0 lead. Punting situation, high snap, and the Panthers are able to get it away, and it could be returnable, and it is. Good coverage by Pell City, and as they say, if you're the return man, the main thing you want to do if you're Teldrin Turner is catch the ball, and he did that but Salter and others were right there to wrap him up.
Yeah, that was a good catch, but that was definitely a good coverage by Pell City. They were able to get down there and cover the punt. I mean, he tried to make a little move, but by the time he got down there, the defenders already in cover. So that was a good job of Pell City covering that punt.
V.J. Slaughter, who got injured last season, coach said he did a remarkable job in his rehab, and so far in this game, it looks like he is 100%. First down, they're going to try to give it to their 1,000-yard rusher, Gooden, but Gooden is wrapped up immediately and brought down before he's able to get any yards whatsoever. Good stop there by Zuri Ferris, big number 51 for Pell City. Second down and 10, no gain on that play. Keeping it on the ground. Gooden trying to find some room. He makes a cutback, and that cutback turns into positive yards as Brennan Salter grabs him from behind and bring him down.
Yeah, that was a good play design right there. You see the guard and tackle pull, so he tried to run behind his big defenders, and he did a good job. He also did a good job of fighting for extra yards, using his legs, so very good play by the running back.
Gooden again, this is what makes him special. He can make one cut and get a dynamic play, and another first down for Bessemer City, an Addiction Prevention Coalition first down. Remember, APC prevents drug use before it starts. Go to abcbham.org to learn more. Here we go on first down. Gooden again running behind that big offensive line. Gooden again into Panther territory for another APC first down, another Addiction Prevention Coalition first down for Lamarian Gooden.
It looked like Gooden is trying to find his offensive rhythm right here. He's seen his guard pull, the trap play, but he was able to bounce it out and fight and get some good yards. So that's what Gooden does. He's going to find a hole, and he's definitely going to hit it and find that crease, and that's what he did.
And looks like we're going to have a hydration break. We'll take a break with them. And right now, the Purple Tigers are on the move here in Marble City. Stay tuned. What is Drummond Company Friday Night Rivals presented by My 68 Sports. It has been all Purple Tigers here in Marble City, one of the foundational pieces of the Magic City. When you think about the Birmingham area, this was one of the places where they turned that iron into steel. Keeping it on the ground is Bessemer City. They're already in Panther territory after a strong run by Lamarian Gooden, and now the first opportunity to see Jaden Thomas to run the football. This is a sophomore, one of the young guns coming in. Second down and 9. Slaughter gets it out to one of his receivers and looks like he has enough for the first down. Tristan Davis with the, I would say, exotic colored gloves. And you know what? I think he's like, hey, you see my hands.
Right.
You can see my hands even in the dark. And he's able to get another Coosa Federal Credit Union, Addiction Prevention Coalition first down. Keeping it on the ground is Jaden. And Jaden is close to the 10-yard line before he's brought down. Jaden Thomas doing a great job subbing in for Gooden.
Now, he did a good job of following his blockers right there. You see the guard and tackle pull, which double trap place. He did a good job of getting behind, downhill behind his blockers, just finding yards.
Second down, we'll call it 5. Gooden on the carry, finds some room on the outside. He gets knocked right on the knee, but he's able to bounce off, and looks like he has enough for another Addiction Prevention Coalition first down. Remember, APC prevents drug use before it starts. Go to apcbham.org to learn more. And we are in the Window World Red Zone. High snap, and Gooden loses the football. It's loose. And we'll see who has it. And Pell City comes up with the football. Great play by Julian Holland. He was able to really go after that football on second effort, able to come with the recovery.
I think that was a big play right there by Julian Holland, the senior. He came off the edge right there, but then again, the ball was loose. He seen it scrambling. He got around the ball, so that was a very good standout play by Julian Holland right there. He's reading it. The ball was snapped by running back, and he just falls on top of the ball, so that was a big stand-up play.
So both defenses have come up with big plays, and the latest coming from the Panthers of Pell City. Great job by Holland. Brody Gossett now in at quarterback. Brooks going in motion behind him. High snap. Give it to Love. Love has nowhere to go, and he finds his way to the line of scrimmage, but goes nowhere fast. That number 2, Donovan Moore, along with others right there to wrap him up. Also got there he is, big number 2, and his brother, 55. That's little brother behind him. So he's tiny?
Yeah.
Do you call him tiny or little?
No, but you definitely see Donovan Moore. He's a big guy, but he's wearing number 2. That's
your defensive lineman. I don't understand these little numbers for big guys. We'll talk about that later. Second down and 10. Looks like they're going to go with a blitz. Now Brody has to escape. He does. Throws the ball on the ground, intended for Kamari Love, but he was getting a lot of pressure.
Yeah, he did a good job of just scrambling and just throwing the ball away, because in a situation like that, you don't want to make the wrong pass and wrong decision. So he did a good job of just throwing the ball away and living for another down.
Third down and 10 for the Panthers. They need to get the ball out to about the 24-yard line and make sure they have enough for the first as the sun continues to go down here in the Marvel City. Getting another pressure, and he runs right into the arms of Donovan Moore. He may get credit for his first sack of the season, and I know those people that like Auburn may be happy about that one, the Auburn commit. And he's right there.
Yeah, you can see the pose at the end. That's a big fella, but once he gets moving, he's hard to be stopped. And right now, he's just all over the field making plays as he's flexing the Auburn sticker on the back of his helmet.
I know you.
I can see that very well.
It's just a commit.
Yeah, you're right.
So now a punting situation again for Pell City. This one could be in a precarious position because the punter will be right at his own end zone. Gossett kicks it, takes a Panther bounce and a big hit. Great job by the defender. Good job by J.T. Turner, but good job by the return man to hold on to the ball.
Right. Did a good job of getting down there of covering. I mean, as soon as he caught it, he was all over this. So there was a good job of covering and getting down there as soon as he could.
And that was Zayden Harris, and right there, big number 3, J.T. Turner with the smackdown.
Slaughter back out to lead the Purple Tigers. First and 10, Purple Tigers.
First down for the Purple Tigers at their own 42-yard line. Oh, flea flicker, Slaughter, going to throw long, has somebody wide open, pushing and shoving. Almost a catch, but a flag is called. Chase Walker was the intended receiver, and it just went in and out of his hands. But the defensive back, T.J. Sanders, was right there with him, and they had a lot of pushing and shoving going on as that ball was in the air.
Yeah, definitely a lot of pushing and shoving, but that was a very nice play the way it was designed. But once they got it off, the receiver was wide open. But like you said, at the end, it did come down to a lot of pushing and shoving. So you have to be careful when it comes to that ball in the air. You have to turn your eyes around and see the ball so you won't get called for plays like that.
Reverse, and the pass by Slaughter. Yeah, he had his hand on it. Luckily, in the high school game, it's only 15 yards.
Yeah.
So that did prevent a possible huge play, but now the 15 yards gets him into Panther territory, 1st and 10 for Bessemer City. Slaughter throws it underneath and just under the intended receiver. That was James Minter, one of their other running backs. We've had a lot of fireworks so far. A great way to start the Drummond Company Friday Night Rival, presented by My 68 Sports, game of the week, because right now it's just 3-0, but we've had a lot of big plays, and I know Coach Nelson is marching the sidelines trying to make sure that his offense gets to rolling the way that they are known for. Good stop there by big number 22, DJ Vergis, and he is one of the linebackers for Pell City that is really an anchor for this team.
Yeah, he did a good job of getting downhill, recognize where the play was at, and then making the stop. One thing about a good linebacker is you have to be very disciplined. You have to know where your eyes are at. So it's a good job of him finding the play and recognizing it.
3rd down and 9 for Bessemer City. Slaughter with time. Checks it out. Finds an up back, spins, and this time he's wrapped up and brought down. Good reception by Dari Green, the wide receiver, and a good open field tackle by Pell City.
Yeah, it was a good reception, but you take a look at it right here. Once they got it off, he was very patient, got it out to his defender, but he was all over this tackle. He did a good job of breaking down of his angle and staying with him and taking him to the ground for a good loss.
Theron Williams there on the tackle. One of those talented seniors for the Panthers of Pell City. 4th down, and looks like they're going to go for it with a minute left here in the opening quarter. Now they're going to split out to 5 wide receiver set. Slaughter, quick, and he finds the big guy. He's going to keep on going. Wow, what a call, what a play. Courtney Akoff makes the play. He was 44 last year, changed his number, and now he's able to make a big play.
Yeah, he was a big fellow, but he had soft hands, so that was a good catch right there by the big fella. And we don't know. I mean, it was just a great play right there, great design. Look at him, had the juke move, got off the defender.
Oh, you
nice
big
feet.
guys love that juke move, don't you?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Okay, where's the music? The biggest, the largest. I don't know the rest of the song.
Sound like your
okay.
theme song.
No, not mine. I'm not trying to be the biggest or the largest. I'm just trying to be the healthiest. But looks like we have a flag. Let's see what the official call is. So they'll have to repeat 3rd down. All of those positive yards are swiped away. And I know Mr. Akoff is like, can we do it again?
Right.
Gotta love that for the big guys. Punting situation now on 4th down. They were back in their own territory. And good open field tackle right there. May have gotten 1 or 2 yards on the return. Both teams are doing good special teams coverage.
Yeah, that's been a big part of the game right now. They're covering the special teams part of the game where they're on punt return. So they're doing a good job of covering. That's really a big part of the game, special teams. So you have to capitalize in that area as well.
Got 22 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Defense for the Purple Tigers have been basically lights out. Back in at quarterback is Wyatt Hartley. Beavers goes in motion. Hartley going the opposite way and throws it incomplete. Clock will stop with 17.8 seconds. Check that, 18.4 seconds left. As the sun continues to go down here in Bessemer, Alabama. You see Coach Kuykendall making the calls. Love goes in motion, quick throw, over to Love, good reception. Now he has some room to run. Kamari Love gets the first down and more with 10 seconds left here in the opening quarter. First big play for this offense.
Yeah, I believe they needed that play. They needed a spark in the offense. He looked out, he saw his receiver. Receiver got down, he was able to get some moves in space. So it was a really good throw, really great catch.
Kamari Love is a back that can do it all for the Panthers. First down now, and the clock will hit 0 as we end the first quarter here at Drummond Company Friday Night Rivals, presented by My 68 Sports. And RJ, we have had a great game so far. We've seen a lot of defensive plays. We've seen some big offensive plays. 3-0 is your score in favor of the Purple Tigers. Can they build on it? We'll see. Stay tuned. Drummond Company Friday Night Rivals, presented by My 68 Sports. We saw, I think she was doing homework. I think she was doing homework on a Friday night. Great for her. Kamari Love on the ground, able to get a few yards. That was Courtney Akoff able to make the tackle. Love has really been the spark for the Panthers, ending that first quarter, trying to ignite this team. Second down and 6 now for the Panthers. Gaden Twyman goes in motion. Keeping it on the ground, they find a hole. And that was Channing Beavers on the carry. He's able to pop back up. Track City on the back. They want to move fast. And they're laying the tracks of the foundation for this team. Third down And we'll call it 4. Twyman once again goes in motion. And here comes Love. Bringing the pressure. Great job by Hartley. Able to elude one defender, but he really couldn't get around all of the guys. He looks like he has enough for the first down. And will they say he has it? No. They say he got back to the line of scrimmage. So 4th, they're going to try to go for it. Second time this game, they're going to try to go for it on 4th down. And clock is stopped. And we have a player down for Pell City. Now, I'm going to say this. It's hot.
Yeah.
You've played in hot games. And if you have to make a quick move,
yeah,
it seems though that's when the cramps start to come.
Yeah, I mean, because you're moving, your muscles are continuously moving, so everything's trying to work together. So I think that's what it could be, especially in a game like this, because, you still get acclimated to the heat. Been a very hot summer. It's been hot these few days, but I think these guys and these training staffs do a good job of trying to tell their guys, hey, you need to hydrate, you need to take care of your body, eat the right things. All that stuff is important. So I think it's like a small cramp we got going on right here.
And Donovan Moore gets up, and he's able to walk off. So he'll have to sit out a play. But don't worry, his little brother, big number 55 right there, he's like, okay, I got you, brother. Now, what would happen if his little brother went to Auburn's rival? Then that would,
yes.
That's baby brother. That's little one. That is little one. Beavers goes in motion. Hartley trying to make a play. Now they're going to change the play completely as we look at 4th down. They're going to go for it for the second time this game. Now quick punt. And it goes out of bounds. They were trying to catch Bessemer City, as they say, sleeping or not anticipating something, seeing if they could get a penalty. Didn't happen.
It didn't work quite there, but they did a good job of setting it up and making it like they were going to go for it, but then they ended up kicking the ball. So very good play design by Pell City.
Defense for Pell City has been outstanding. They have not allowed Bessemer City to get into the end zone. They got close inside the 10, but unable to cash in off of the 4th down stop their defense made. So now here comes the Bessemer City offense. VJ Slaughter and company, 4 wide receivers. Slaughter is going to try to go for a screen, and they're able to snuff out the screen pretty quick. Great job by big number 5, who plays both ways, Brendan Salter.
And it was a good job of him recognizing the screen. He saw it. He saw the line release pretty quick. So he did a good job of coming downhill, and he was all over that screen right there. So good job of having good eye movement and eye placement and being disciplined and recognizing the play.
Salter does a good job and more of a hybrid position. And this time the defense steps up big, and they get their first sack of the night. Great job by Parker Davis playing that nose tackle position, and he's able to step up big.
Look at big Parker Davis right there. He was able to get off the defender, and he was just all over that tackle right there. He had good hand placement, and he was able to make that big play.
So now the second quarter has not gone as smooth as it was for Bessemer City in the first quarter. Looking at 3rd and 20. Gooden spins out of one tackle but can't get out of the arms of Mr. number 5, Brennan Salter.
Now Pell City's just doing a good job of being disciplined on defense. They're making some good plays, some smart plays, and their defense has been huge, just stepping up. I mean, in the past 3 plays, so they're looking to make they're looking to make some progress right here on the defense as well.
Check that. That is Jalen Bedford. We got 2 number 5s. I got to remember that. 2 number 5s. Jaden Bedford. So now 4th down. 5 seconds left on the play clock. They've got to hurry up if they're going to get it off in time. They do just in the nick of time. It's a high but short punt. And it takes a side bounce. The ball is loose, and it looks like it may be a Purple Tiger recovery. It is a Purple Tiger recovery. Wow. What a play. The short punt works out. And number 24, Jacoby Rogers, able to get it, and it just bounces off. Yes. Everybody was trying to grab at the ball rather than catch it.
Yeah, but I think also in a situation like that, it's best for the defender to yell Peter. That means everybody gets out the way, so it won't be a error like what just made. So you want to get out the way so the ball won't take a chance on even hit you like it just did on Pell City.
1st and 10 now from the Panther 35. Slaughter going deep, looking for a receiver into the end zone. Touchdown. It's Chase Walker. What a play by the Purple Tigers. They're into the end zone for the first time this season.
And that was just a good play right there. The offensive line did a good job of blocking. Quarterback was patient. Receiver ran a great route. I mean, it's a go route, and the ball was just right there. So way to set that up for a touchdown.
Chase Walker's first touchdown of the year and the first touchdown since the injury for V.J. Slaughter. 35-yard bomb into the end zone. And they've got to call a timeout. They're missing a body on special teams. And it must be those exotic colors. That fluorescent green is hot tonight.
But you see how that play was set up. I mean, he was very patient. It was right there. He ran a straight go route, and he had his hands and those exotic colors, those exotic hands as well. So made a good catch right there. And it was just a nice design play set up by Bessemer City.
Great job by Chase Walker. As he said, just go.
Yeah.
And he'll get him the ball. And Slaughter has a very nice release when he throws the long ball. Special teams coaches trying to get everybody in. As you can see, Antonio Nelson talking to his assistant coaches saying, hey, where was he? Where was the guy?
Yeah, that is a frustration play because you just scored a touchdown, and now you have to burn the timeout that you probably didn't want to burn just because all the personnel wasn't right on the right field. So you can be very frustrated when it comes to a play like that.
Martinez with the point after attempt. And this one is no good. So the score will remain 9-0 in favor of the Purple Tigers. Special teams, Coach said, will be a huge part of this game. So special teams got them close to the end zone, and special teams got them almost to 10 points, but if they would have kicked it through, would have made it 10.
Yeah, people don't realize how important special teams are. You have to capitalize on all three parts of the game because special teams is a big part of the game. So whether it's kickoff, punt, and they capitalize on that punt right there. As you can see, once they punted, the defender was in the way. So that's a big call right there.
And Coach Nelson right now trying to talk to his special teams. He's just trying to make sure that all parties involved know exactly what they're doing. So now they're trying to calm down the other coach and let him know, man, we don't want you to get kicked out the game. And you see Antonio Nelson, he is an alumnus of the school. Remember, they have gone through a couple of name changes. They were Jess Lanier for a very long time. When they built the new school, they changed the name to Bessemer City. And he says, as he told me, it's all Purple Tigers. It's all purple and white. So Martinez on for the kick. And this will be another Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. Remember, Coosa Federal Credit Union is where you belong. They're committed to providing personalized financial solutions to help you achieve your goals. Go to CoosaPines.com fcu.org today. And Martinez will kick it deep. And his second touchback of the evening.
Touchback. Going to be first and 10 Panthers. Ball at the 20.
So now the defense, and you were a defensive lineman. At what point do you start thinking about the word shutout?
Man, I mean, to be honest, you could be thinking about it right now, but the thing is, you could be thinking about it, but you have to execute it. You have to play like you want to have a shutout. Nobody can have no busted coverage, no missed assignments. Everybody got to play sound football. So as long as you're doing those three things, then it's possible.
Now, if you're Pell City at this point, you've had some big plays, haven't been able to cash in. What do you think they need to do to start this drive?
I think they need to find a rhythm right here. If they want to continue to capitalize, they have to find a rhythm, get something going right now.
Hartley throws it long and high and incomplete. They were battling it out. And Tavion Estelle was right there, the intended receiver. Good coverage by Jermaine Gilbert.
That was really good coverage. I mean, the quarterback knew he wanted to go with the ball. That is really good coverage right there by the defensive back.
They're very young. The only returning starter is Devontae Burnett in the defensive backfield for the Purple Tigers. Second down and 10. Brooks goes in motion for the Panthers. Hartley takes the snap, throws it, looks like a bubble screen over to Gossett, and Gossett doesn't go anywhere fast. Quickly gets wrapped up and brought down, maybe at the line of scrimmage, may have lost a half a yard.
That was a good job by Bessemer City recognizing the bubble screen. They were on it, and once they decided what it was, everybody started flying to the ball to make a good tackle for, maybe they didn't gain that many yards.
Dylan Moore, the smallest of the group. Big group on that defensive front. Third down, 11. Hartley still in at quarterback. Love goes in motion. Hartley's going to keep it with the fake. Finds Gossett, and Gossett gets out to the 30-yard line before he's brought down by Gilbert.
Pass is complete.
And looks like he may have enough for the first down. And that'll be an Addiction Prevention Coalition first down for Pell City. Remember, Addiction Prevention Coalition, APC, prevents drug use before it starts. Go to apcbham.org to learn more. Estelle goes in motion. They're going to hand the ball off. Looks like Beaver's on the carry. And Beaver runs into that purple wall of Dylan Moore, Donovan Moore, Courtney Akoff, and company.
Now, they were just all over there. I mean, the front recognized it, and once they recognized what it was, they were able to make a good tackle right there. So, way of recognizing it.
Official timeout.
And looks like we're going to have a hydration timeout. We take a break. We come back. We'll see if the Panthers can get their offenses started. They're trail by 9. Cam. And it's time for them to smile a little bit. We've got some of the younger fans, some of the more mature fans, and some fans in between. They got a guy there with a football jersey on. He's saying, I will be out there soon. Then we got some that's on their phones, which all way. And then we got the parents and the grandparents with the customized shirt. You got to have a customized shirt.
So we got a little mixture of everything, basically.
Got a little bit, our fan cam catches it all. Brooks goes in motion. Second down. Hartley, quick pass. Finds Gossett. And Brody Gossett able to get some positive yards. Enough for another first down, another Addiction Prevention Coalition first down.
So we were talking about earlier what Pell City needs to do to get in the rhythm. Look like right here they're trying to find their rhythm, but the thing about that is you want to stay consistent, find things that work for you. So look like they're trying to find their passing game, running game. Maybe they can put together a nice drive right here.
Out to the 40-yard line. Conditioning will be key for this defensive front for Bessemer City. Love goes in motion to the near side, and the play stops. Helmet goes off. He'll keep it on because the clock stopped. He quickly put it back on. Devin Lavelle plays on that offensive line. Goes against the Panthers, moves them back 5.
First and 15, ball at the 35-yard line.
Hartley, just a junior. Going to send Gossett in motion. And now he goes back to the far side. Looks like Hartley looking to throw, getting some pressure. Now he's trying to outrun the pressure and throws it out of bounds. Eric Kuykendall, interim head coach and offensive coordinator, just giving him a few words about the next play. As we look at it, it's going to be second down and about 15 yards to go.
He did a good job there just throwing the ball away instead of getting negative yards. So I thought that was a very smart play.
And remember, at the end of the game, we'll have the Drummond Company player of the game. Second and 15. Bubble screen, able to find Estelle, but a lot of flags fly as soon as he touched the football. Let's see what the official call will be.
Yeah, personal foul, hands to the face. Defense, those penalty offset.
It's the Purple Tiger.
So we did have a hands to the face, and no, didn't look like the face. Looks like he grabbed jersey, but it's offsetting penalty, so they'll repeat the down. Now it's still second down and 15. Handoff to Gossett. Gossett trying to run wide, but he can't outrun the coverage, as he may have lost a yard on that play running wide.
Yeah, that was a good play right there. See, tried to get outside, but they did a good job of getting outside containment, also fighting that pressure, so he wasn't able to get upfield. So that was a good job of Bessemer City being very disciplined, doing outside containment right there.
So third down and 15. Devontae Burnett, really the anchor for that defense for Bessemer City's defensive backfield. He's the only returner from last season. Hartley making some checks. They're going to go with 5 wide. Check that 4 wide. Getting some pressure. And there was looks like a block in the back on Donovan Moore because he had gotten past the offensive lineman, and I think that guy was like, look out.
Yes, sir.
That's that lookout block?
Yeah.
Here we go. Holding. Okay.
Holding on the offense. That penalty's declined.
It'll be a 4th down. And, I mean, when you look at Donovan Moore, he's a pretty big individual. And let's see this thing.
Oh, yeah.
Now, that's Akoff. They bear hugged Akoff, and they also bear hugged Moore. So everybody was trying to dance with somebody else. You know, and I think that is a song. Everybody grab somebody.
Yeah.
And they just follow the rules. They just grab somebody. I don't know if the coach would like that when he goes to sound like, Coach, I was just doing the song.
No, he's not going to try to hear that.
Punting situation for the Panthers. And this one goes like a cruise missile inside the 20, down to about the 10, inside the 10, to the 6. Great punt by the Panthers. But we do have a flag.
That was a really good punt. Also, the roll was pretty well as well.
We got a lot of laundry coming this evening. Let's see what the official call will be.
After the play, person foul on the center record. On the receiver. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Whoa, that's a big one. 15-yard penalty. So now the defense for Pell City really has Bessemer City right where they want them.
Yeah, I mean, they have to take advantage of the yardage situation right here. So if you want to stop them, you got to limit the big plays. You got to just really be disciplined, play good sound football because, as you said, they're backed up right now. So all they have to do is just execute and play good, smart football on this drive to start it off at least.
The wide receivers going with that exotic green gloves and shoestrings. Makes it easier for VJ Slaughter to see him, but they're going to keep it on the ground. Lamarian Gooden trying to find some room, and he goes nowhere fast. Theron Williams right there to lead the tackle amongst others. Right now they're trying to rein in Jamarian Wells. He's like, no, it's not me.
Yeah.
It's them.
You got to keep your composure right here if you're that big fella. That's all his teammates are trying to tell him. Just, hey, keep your composure, man.
3:27. Make it 3:26 left here in the opening half. Timeout called. They're trying to get everybody on the same page. They're trying to calm Mr. Wells down. They're trying to let him know, don't let him get in your head.
Right. I think that's a smart decision that the coach called a timeout. Just talk to him, let him regain his focus, keep your composure right here. I mean, because you don't want no stupid penalties. You're already kind of backed up in your own territory, so you don't want to have any stupid penalties right here that could hurt you.
And make sure you stay tuned for our Avadian Credit Union halftime show. We'll have some interviews, highlights, and so much more. Make sure you stay tuned at halftime for the Avadian Credit Union halftime. Slaughter got injured last season, missed a few games. Braden Gooden, amongst others, came in to help out, but he is back and playing pretty good. Going to give it to Gooden. Gooden breaks one tackle, two tackles, and looks like he may have enough for a first down. Another Addiction Prevention Coalition first down. They'll move the chains, and now they're trying to move fast. Keeping it on the ground. Wow, he slips. If he didn't slip, he may have had a big play there. Good tackle made by Henley for Pell City.
And that's what Gooden does. Once he gets the ball, he does a good job of being patient, finding that crease, and he's going to get downhill. You see right there, if he would have slipped, he probably would have got some good positive yards, but he definitely can get downhill.
Trying to keep it on the ground. That's Thomas, who was really a positive spark plug for the offense in the first quarter. And he spells Mr. Gooden. They've got a number of running backs that can come in and play. They've got Turner, they've got Mentor. But right now it's Jaden Thomas who has the hot hand. Well, keep it on the ground. Here comes Thomas again, and Thomas gets enough for a first down, another Addiction Prevention Coalition first down. They move the chains. They don't miss a beat when they put in Thomas tonight.
So once they took out Good and they put Thomas in, as you said, a team has great running backs, then they're not missing the beat. So he did a good job of coming in and doing his assignment and doing his job.
Teldrin Turner in at running back. They fake it over to him. Slaughter looking long, looking for a receiver, has one, trying to come back to get the ball, but unable to do so. That pass was a little bit behind Chase Walker. Walker's like, lead me, I'll go get it, but I can't go back.
Right. As you can see right here, it's a deep ball, but good coverage right there.
Just a little short. Just a little short. And good coverage by T.J. Sanders. We won't call him the Colonel. Not yet. And another big hit and a good stop by Parker Davis. The second time we've seen him get a tackle behind the line. He has a good tackle for loss there.
Yeah, that was a good stop right there by Parker Davis. You can see right here, he met him in the backfield kind of as soon as the ball was snapped. He was able to see him at the line of scrimmage and drive his feet back for a good tackle for loss.
Sounds like a law firm. He gets the job done. He can just walk into the courtroom. I'm Parker Davis. You are? Oh, okay. I'm choosing that guy. 1:21 left to play here in the opening half. The defense for Pell City, when they've needed to, they've stepped up. Outside of a couple of big plays, their defense has played very well.
Yeah, their defense they're playing some good football. I mean, once they do their job and play consistent up front, this defensive lineman, especially number 50, Big Parker Davis, doing a good job of just being physical and getting off the ball, using his hands and recognizing where the play is. But as you said, once they need big plays, they're able to capitalize and make those plays when it's necessary.
Bessemer nachos, and of course, big Bessemer nachos. All kinds of candy and desserts and snacks.
And if you're Bessemer City right now, what are you telling your offense?
I think if I'm Bessemer City, I'm telling my offense, hey, let's find a rhythm. Let's at least try to score before halftime. We don't want to leave no points on the board. If we don't score, we can at least get a field goal worth 3 points. Don't leave nothing off the board. So let's get a good drive, and let's just do what we do. Let's go into the half with some points.
Let's make it 3rd and 13.
Third down, and we'll call it 14. Head official looks like we got a clock issue. And I think they're trying to get the clock together. Antonio Nelson talking to our head official. And they're still trying to make sure they can get the clock at least to the correct time, or they may just zero it out. There we go. Looks like we got it. And we're ready to rock and roll. First game move even for the clock. 3rd and 14, keeping it on the ground. Here comes Gooden trying to find some room on the outside, but good tackling by Pell City. They're able to make a play, and good tackle there by Theron Williams to wrap up Gooden. Williams, along with DJ Vergis, they're able to wrap him up.
Yeah, they did a good job of just reading that play, and once they recognized it, they were all over him. So it's a good job of just finding the ball and just getting your running back down to the ground.
Pell City calls a timeout. They have 2 remaining. Bessemer City has 1 remaining here in the half. 4th down and 11. It appears it should be a punting situation for Bessemer City. And right now, defensive coaches are talking to the Panther players, trying to let them know every scenario that could possibly happen, because what they don't want to see is what happened earlier in the game where the punt happened, it touched someone, Bessemer City was able to recover, and then boom, just like that, a 35-yard bomb, touchdown.
Yeah, I think that's very smart that their Panthers is telling their defense, hey, we need to be prepared for anything right here. Watch the ball, watch the fake. So very good reminders right here to let them know, hey, anything we can see right now, but be smart.
Tristan Davis back to punt. 1:15 remaining before halftime.
1:15 left on the clock.
By a score of 9-0.
Tristan Davis punting for Bessemer City. And it goes out of bounds. It looks like it'll remain in Bessemer City territory, depending on where the spot is. And it is in Bessemer City territory, right at the 46-yard line. Great field position now for Pell City.
If you're Pell City right now, I mean, with the time, 1 minute and 15 seconds left, hey, you can look to score right here. Even if you don't get in the end zone with a touchdown, you can get a field goal. So if I'm Pell City, I'm just trying to find a rhythm right here. Let's just score before the end of the half is over with.
Brody Gossett in at quarterback. Beavers in the backfield along with the signal caller Gossett. Reverse, give it to Jeremiah Love, and Love eludes one defender but can't get out of the arms of the second defender. Good open field tackle made by number 24, Jacoby Rogers.
Yeah, that was a very good tackle by Jacoby Rogers. He recognized it. I mean, it looked like he saw it coming off the edge. You see him right here. He's going to be disciplined. He sees his eyes. He sees the reverse, and then don't let him get upfield. He did a good job of getting outside containment and tackling him out of bounds. So way to recognize that play.
Loss of 3. Rogers able to make the big play. 2nd down and long now for the Panthers. They're at the 49-yard line of the Purple Tigers. 3 wide receivers set, 2 backs in the backfield. Quick throw, trying to find someone big, and good defensive play by Devontae Burnett. He is the old statesman, so to speak, in that defensive backfield. Everybody else is new except for him.
Yeah, he saw the play, he recognized it. He just did a good job of, they call it playing in phase, so he was able to make a play on the ball. So it is good coverage right there by the young man.
He had his head turned, looking at the ball rather than the man. Good job. 3rd down and 13. Less than a minute to play here in the opening half. Panthers of Pell City trail by 9. Beavers and Love in the backfield, along with Gossett. Give it to Love. Love trying to find some room. He breaks the line of scrimmage. May have gotten 1, possibly 2.
The 1-yard gain on the carry brings up 4th down and 12. Panthers.
.49 seconds left, 4th and 12. 16 seconds left on the play clock. So now they're going to try to make a play on 4th and 12. Timeout is called. 26 seconds left.
Timeout before the flag. Timeout, Pell City. That's the last of the half.
So now we're still looking at a 4th down situation. So if you're Pell City, do you want to try to punt it? You're going to have to punt it, or you're going to have to throw something long.
I mean, if I'm the coach, I'm just going to go in and try to punt it. I mean, rather be smart and be safe versus go up a turnover down, and then you give Bessemer City a chance to score. So if I'm Pell City, I'm going to be smart. I'm just going to punt the ball.
And if you're Pell City right now, if you get possession, do you want to try to do something? The clock is running. We've got less than 20 seconds left. 20.8. So now it's 4th down. Gossett is back to punt.
As play resumes, it's 4th down. Panthers.
And he gets the punt off high but short. And it goes out of bounds with 18 seconds left. Ball will be at the 35-yard line. So if you're Bessemer City, do you try to go for one more long play, or do you just kneel it and go back into the locker room with a 9-0 lead?
I think you just try to kneel it right here and be smart and just take it on until the halftime. Because you don't want to risk. If you try to go for a deep ball, you don't want to risk nothing. And anything can happen with 18 seconds left.
Slaughter will kneel it as the clock will continue to run. And it looks like it'll run down.
This will be the end of the first half. Excuse us with the technical difficulties with the clock.
And looks like we will get to 0-0. And if you are a fan of the Purple Tigers, you got to feel pretty good right now, because they have a 9-0 lead to start off the 26th season. Let's go down to Anna Hope with head coach Antonio Nelson. Anna?
Either.
Either? Okay.
All right. Hey, Coach, you're up 9-0 at the half. What are you pleased with so far?
Right now, defensively, we've been playing really great. Offense, we've been driving the ball, but we can't really punch it in. We always shoot ourselves in the foot right there. So we got to get better at that phase right there. So overall, right now, we just got to go in and correct the mistakes that we're making right now.
And in addition to offense, what are you going to instill in these locker room conversations to make sure you stay on top for the rest of the game?
I'll just go have a conversation. You know, guys, we've been here before. Hey, I know it's a new year, but we've been here before, the majority of you. So let's go get the job done.
Great. Thank you, Coach.
No problem. Thank you.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks, Anna. Stay tuned. We'll have the Avadian Credit Union halftime show. It's been all Purple Tigers. 9-0 is your score. Drummond Company Friday Night Rivals presented by My 68 Sports. Stay tuned.
We're talking about scooter safety with Dr. Josh Bell of the Emergency Department here at Children's of Alabama. So, Dr. Bell, how common are injuries related to scooters?
That's a great question. Really common.
Yeah.
Fortunately, most of the injuries we see are taken care of within the day. We get to see them, get to go home. Most of the times you're seeing scrapes, scratches, but you see a lot of concussions, head injuries, face, neck, and then a lot of fractures. We give our ortho friends a lot of business with scooters.
Any advice that you would have for parents who might be considering buying a scooter for their child?
Yeah, I think scooters are a lot of fun. Kids can have a lot of fun with them, but you just got to be careful with them. Look for age-appropriate scooters. They have toddler scooters where they're 3 wheels, so they can kind of learn how to steer. Make sure you supervise. That's going to be a big thing. Be out there with them. Make sure they're wearing a helmet. That's going to prevent so many serious injuries. And then just be smart. If there's a lot of gravel, scooters probably aren't going to be the best thing. Little rocks can throw a kid off, and then you get to come see us, which no one wants to do.
Right. How concerning is it for you, when you see kids coming in with scooter-related injuries?
I think it's a case-by-case basis. And so a lot of times, kids will come in with a scrape or a scratch, a broken arm too, and we can take care of those pretty easily. It's just a lot of extra effort for the families. Cast care is a very real thing, and we want to try and limit those injuries as much as we can. And so I would say my concern would be kids sometimes feel invincible, and sometimes we have to be the people that say, hey, let's take this a little easy, let's be safe, let's wear our helmets. Again, that's going to be the biggest thing.
How about before a parent buys that scooter and the child starts using the scooter? Any conversation the parent should have, and any tips and things like that?
Yeah, and I will say your pediatrician is going to know a lot about this. We do a lot of learning on concussion care and things like that, and just ways to kind of be smart with how your kids have fun. And so I think some big conversations would be, is this a good time for my kid to have a scooter? And am I going to be able to be with them while they're doing this? Is this something that I'm just going to say, hey, take your scooter, go outside, I don't care where you're going? Okay, maybe they don't need a scooter. That's where a lot of injuries come, and then a lot of unknown downtimes happen, which can be really scary. So if you feel like, okay, we're going to use this, we're going to go to the park, I'm going to be with them the whole time, a scooter is a great option. Just have those conversations with your family before you do it.
Very important to make sure your child is safe if they're using a scooter. For more information, go to childrensal.org.
All right. Hey, everyone. We're here with Jason Deason, principal of Pell City High School. And Mr. Deason, how does it feel to be a part of the 2026 season kickoff of Friday Night Rivals?
I mean, you can't beat it. First game of the year, having exposure, having coming out and being able to showcase these student athletes, the band, the players, and all that they've worked hard for, battling against each other and practicing in this scorching heat. It's nice to be able to come out and be televised and have you guys here. So we're blessed that y'all are here, and we're blessed that y'all thought of us to open the season.
Oh, that's great. And speaking of these students and all of their hard work, how do athletics, fine arts, student organizations build pride and leadership at your school?
Yeah, so when you're in education, like in my seat when I'm the principal, one of the things that I always like to talk about is, you think about the whole child. And we get caught up when it comes to grades and a lot of the black and white that everybody tells us that we have to do in public school education. But when you walk up the halls and you see a bunch of smiling faces and you see all these students where they find their niche, and regardless if that's athletics, if it's the band, the arts, whatever that may be, it makes you feel like we're doing something right because kids actually want to come to school. And that's what I try to promote. I want them there in whatever capacity that is. I want them to understand that they have a place where they can feel wanted and valued, and if that's the case, we're doing something right.
And speaking to their efforts, what are your efforts to uphold the gold standard at Pell City?
Well, you got to model it, and I try to be as transparent as I can. The thing about it is you're constantly trying to think of different ideas. Education is always changing. So when you talk to the students and you truly figure out what they want to do and give them options and everything, I'm all about it. I want the students to have a voice. I want them to enjoy being there. I want them to come back 10 years from now and talk about how much they enjoyed being at Pell City High School. And if I have a part of that, good. But if I could put something in place that made it happen, we're doing something right.
Great. All right. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank y'all so
And
much.
thank you for watching. You can stay tuned. Friday Night Rivals will be right back. Welcome back to Avadian Halftime, everyone. This is Dr. Timothy Perry, principal of Bessemer City High School. Dr. Perry, how does it feel to be a part of the 2026 season kickoff of Friday Night Rivals?
And I must say, a great night for football. Pell City has not disappointed us. They're really looking good. We had a few hiccups, but we're going to be all right. But this is a great atmosphere. Our community came out. The pride is here at Bessemer City High School. Because we always say, once a Purple Tiger, always a Purple Tiger. So our school was built for the community, by the community. So we want to make sure that we take care of our scholars. And we're just excited to be here tonight. We're up 9-0, so hopefully we can turn it around and get a few more points on the board.
Yeah, the rain is cleared. We had a beautiful sunset. Looks like there are a lot of alumni here, like you mentioned. Now, speaking about this school year ahead, what will it look like for you to measure success this academic year?
Well, I tell you what, the needle is moving. We have great leadership with Superintendent Turner. So we're working on some things with our board as well, with great teachers at Bessemer City High School. It's not an I in this team. Everything we do is a collaborative effort. As you know, the needles will move, and I just can't speak on it right now, but we will get a better score this year, report card. But we want to become a B school, so that's our goal for next school year. But we're going to move the needle this year, and our students have bought in, our community have bought in, students are coming to school, and we want to thank everybody for the much success. Our community, our mayor, all our city council, everybody's working together. As you know, we have a Bessemer Built Scholarship Program that we passed out on last Friday. Well, all school students, if they can go to Lawson, Miles, Stillman, and they're going to put $10,000 in each year. But it's a great opportunity. But that's great leadership and collaboration for our community.
That is wonderful. Thank you so much, Dr. Perry. And again, Friday Night Rivals will be right back.
Welcome back to the Avadian Credit Union halftime show. It is Bessemer City up 9-0 over Pell City Panthers. James Redd along with R.J. Burns. R.J., this was a little bit of a surprise. We knew it would be a close matchup, but we didn't expect to see the defense that we've seen so far from Bessemer City.
Yeah, Bessemer City, they've been stepping up in some big-time moments. They're making some big-time plays, especially when they come to defensive front. They're doing some good things on the defensive line, defensive front. Those edges are doing a good job of getting outside containment for the run play. So they're doing a good job defensively so far.
And for Pell City, their defense hadn't been bad also. They've really given up about 2 or 3 big plays, but other than that, they've been lights out also.
Yeah, Pell City has been solid. I mean, when you look at how they're playing up front, also in the secondary as well, they're doing some good things, but I want to see them continue to be consistent, continue to capitalize on some smaller things here in the second half, and maybe we'll see a change coming out in the second half.
Well, this game started off with a bang because the defense has really stepped up big as we take a look at the highlights. Early on, it was Pell City making a change at quarterback, but the defense for Bessemer City was not caught off guard. Starting quarterback stepped up, but here, that's that young man, Mr. Moore, stepping up to make a tackle from behind the line. But then it would also be the Panthers of Pell City making a big play, but this was it. They let the ball touch someone, and then Bessemer City gets the fumble recovery off of the punt. And then Mr. Slaughter, B.J. Slaughter, with a nice long bomb to his receiver for the first touchdown of the game, the only touchdown of the game. And that's where we find ourselves, 9-0, as we take a look at the halftime stats. It looks like Bessemer City's defense has really put a handle on the Panthers.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the stats, but in terms of offense, they have 69 rushing, and they have 86 passing. But as you said, on the defense, I mean, they're doing some really good things. Look at third down efficiency. They're 2 for 6, but they also have 9 first downs. So they're doing some great things when it comes to number-wise.
And the stat that we don't see is their fourth down attempts. Both teams were trying to take chances here at the season opener on fourth down.
Yeah, I mean, they're being very bold. They're trying to make a statement on fourth down. They're not being afraid to try to get a spark going on fourth down. So that's a credit to both teams. They're trying to find their rhythm and try to find what they want to do early in the season on fourth down.
Now, this is not the only place that's playing high school football tonight. All through Jefferson County, the state of Alabama, throughout the South, and the rest of the country, we have some high school football. And let's take a look from the great plays from the other Friday night rivals from around the nation.
The best Thursday night lights and Friday night rivals highlights from across the country.
Ron, nice cut move and a hurdle. He's still on his feet. Are you kidding me? Caleb Ron, touchdown. Oh my goodness, what did he just do?
He will roll right, under pressure, still on his feet, trying to find somebody downfield. He's in trouble. He'll throw it to the back of the end zone. The receiver's wide open. Touchdown, McQueen.
Michael Henry got his field goal blocked, caught it, and said, look what I found. Touchdown. In one of the most bizarre football plays you will ever see.
Pressure, throws it downfield to the middle of the field. What a catch, coming up and grabbing the ball.
Oh my goodness. I had no idea it was one-handed that he grabbed that thing and hauled it in.
Another rush, they're going to throw the screen and it's intercepted. How about the big fella, Akeem Davis? Davis staying on his feet. Look at him go. Davis.
It's like a scrum.
They can't bring him down. Akeem Davis is still moving. At the 30, at the 25, he snuck out of there. Are you kidding me, Akeem Davis? He is in for the touchdown.
55-yard field goal from the left hash. The kick is up, and it is. It's good at the buzzer. Bryant is the hero for the Buccaneers.
Congratulations to the Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union Scholar Athlete of the Week, Pell City High School senior Hudson Bell. Hudson carries a 4.4 GPA, has been the 3-year starter on the offensive line, and serves the school's leadership council. An active participant in FFA and community volunteer efforts, Hudson represents the well-rounded student athlete. His success has attracted attention from college football recruiters, and when he's not studying or practicing, he enjoys spending time outdoors hunting and fishing. Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union is honored to be a part of the Scholar Athlete of the Week for Friday Night Rivals. Congratulations to the Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union Scholar Athlete of the Week, Rosarius Horn from Bessemer City High School. Rosarius carries a 3.77 GPA while excelling as a student linebacker with more than 200 career tackles. He also studies commercial construction through the Academy of Craft, volunteers at local creek cleanup efforts, and works at Zaxby's. For his commitment to academics, athletes, and community service, Rosarius Horn is a true Scholar Athlete. Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union is honored to be a part of the Scholar Athlete of the Week for Friday Night Rivals.
Congratulations to Hudson Bell and Rosarius Horn, representing Pell City and Bessemer City as the Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union Scholar Athlete of the Week. Congratulations to them. I mean, they got great averages, and also they do great things in the community, and they got some great hobbies. Love anybody that want to go fishing. It's 9-0 right now, and we are moments away from getting the third quarter started. Let's go down to Anna Hope, who's on the sideline. Anna?
Welcome back to Avadian Halftime, everyone. We're here with Coach Kuykendall. You're down 9-0 at the half, but the game is still yours if you guys want it. So what are those adjustments you're going to try to make this half?
Absolutely. Offense has to execute a little bit better. They're a really good defense, man. We've got to find a way to stay on blocks a little bit longer, take some plays that are there. They're making it difficult for us, and so that's what good defenses do. So we just got to find a way to execute, move the ball, pick up first downs, get a little bit momentum. Defense is doing a really good job. Had the one miscue there on special teams, but otherwise, man, we're right in this thing. It's two good teams. We just gotta find a way to execute a little bit better, and so maybe some of the nerves and stuff will calm down, and we can do that here in the second half.
Certainly. And what are some things you're pleased with so far that you hope will continue?
Well, the kids have pretty good composure right now. Everybody knows what to do. Everybody's got a good demeanor about them, and they seem focused, ready to execute this second half. We talk all the time in the offseason about winning the second half, and so here's our chance to go out and do it against a really good team in a good atmosphere.
All right. Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it.
Hey, I appreciate you guys. Thank y'all. Go Panthers.
All right, James, we're back to you.
Coach, thank you, Anna Hope, for the great interview. And, RJ, this is a situation where execution will be key if you're looking at the second half for Pell City.
Yeah, if you're Pell City, you want to get started as quick as you can. You want to execute offensively, defensively, and the special teams. But you have to find a rhythm right here when the ball in the second half. You want to get going fast as you can, try to get something going for your team.
Well, when you take a look at it overall at the stats, it seems as though that it's all in favor of Bessemer City, but the Panthers of Pell City have been very strategic how they've been able to move their offense, but defensively, as we said, outside of a few plays, they have been really lights out as we take a look at our Friday Night Rival halftime stats. Though the passing yards may be a little bit misleading for Pell City because they've had some penalties that have brought some big plays back.
Yeah, if you look at Pell City, I mean, they're having some explosive plays on offense, but if you're Bessemer City, you can't go out here getting cocky. You can't have the big head because, as we stated, Pell City, they can do some explosive things, but they have had a few, call them drive stoppers, so they have some penalties. Some things that might stop them, but they can get going right here if they want to. So I want to see what they're going to come out and do in the second half.
Now, if you're Bessemer City and we're taking a look at the Little Moore, as in Dylan Moore right there, big number 55, defensively, how do you get them to say, let's do more of the same and see if they can get a shutout?
Yeah, I think that's something you talk about in the locker room at halftime. As a coach, you want to go in and make your adjustments, but at the same time, you want to let them know, hey, we can't get comfortable, we can't get complacent. We can still do a shutout, but have to be disciplined, have to play your style of football, and don't try to make it bigger than what you do. Just continue to do the things you did in the first half, and you can possibly have a shutout if the players want to have a shutout.
And you can see right now that that's little brother out of the Moore family, and Dylan, and he stands and literally he stands behind his big brother, who is almost as big, almost as tall. And he is an intimidating figure. But you know what? He's going to get some shine this year because everybody's going to be focused on his big brother.
Yeah, and that's really a good thing because if all the focus is on his big brother, then when his time comes, they're going to be looking at him too. And although he is little brother, James, that's a big guy. That's a big fella.
Yes, he's a big fella. He's an agile projectile and has the profile to make things work. And don't worry, I think some people will be coming to Bessemer City to see this Purple Tiger perform. And it looks like he's been having fun all evening long. And his brother's been doing the dancing, but this young man, big number 55, has been doing the moving and grooving.
I like those adjectives, how you describe them. Agile, little profile.
I do study my Webster dictionary.
Yeah, something going there.
Yeah, we're moments away from starting the third quarter. We'd like to thank you for watching our Vadian Credit Union halftime show, and we're ready now for a kickoff. It'll be Pell City kicking to the Purple Tigers of Bessemer City. And looks like we are ready to go. And handling our kicking duties will be Dylan Garner. And this will be another Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. And the third quarter is underway. And they'll let him bring it out right at the goal line. And he's able to get forward to about the 25-yard line on second and third effort.
Yeah, he did a good job there, just trying to fight for yards. He recognized where the crease was at. Good job of Pell City covering, but he also was trying to fight for more yards as well.
And here comes V.J. Slaughter, the signal caller. He had about 500 yards and 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions last year before he fell to injury. Has been rehabbing all off season, and this is his debut, and he's done pretty good so far in the debut. 3 wide receivers set. You see those exotic colored gloves and shoestrings for the wide receivers. Gooden trying to find his way to get back into his groove, 1,000 yards last year, and now he gets about 4 or 5 on that carry.
Yeah, that's a good play to start the drive right there. Sometimes on drives you don't have to get a lot of yards every time, but as long as you get those 3 and 4 yard carries, hey, that can add up to something. So they're trying to get a good drive going here on this drive.
As you said, trying to find the rhythm. Here comes Gooden. He uses his blockers. Now he has some room to run out to the 40, gets out to the 46-yard line before he's ultimately brought down by J.T. Turner of Pell City.
Now that's what Gooden does. Once he gets in the rhythm, once he gets in the routine, that young man can get going downhill. You see on this play right here, he takes his hand off the patient. He slid out, bounced out, was able to dodge one defender and kept going. So that was a good run.
This time he was able to keep his feet. I wonder if he changed his cleats during the halftime. We do have a man down. Looks like, it's the cramp monster that's coming again. Maybe a cramp on his calf and his shin.
Yeah.
Not sure. But they're working on it. They're moving and grooving. And I know he's feeling the pain. But any kind of, extreme movement, when you're losing those electrolytes, you'll cramp up.
Yeah, anything will lock up. I mean, sometimes I've known athletes that have had full body cramps, and full body cramps can hurt as well.
This is, you know what?
What's that?
I'm so old now, I've cramped up cutting grass.
Oh, man.
So, you know what? That was the sign. I said, wait a minute, what's going on with my calf? Oh. I knew I was getting old at that point.
Now, one thing I want to point out about these early games, I think all across the state, you're going to see cramps early because, it's still hot. A lot of guys are still trying to get acclimated to the heat. So you're going to see those. But as I always say, you want to make sure you're having the right electrolytes, putting the right things in your body so you'll have less cramps. You're still going to cramp, but you don't want to cramp as much.
Now, that was Jalen Bedford who went to the side. Remember, you can have dual numbers and take a look at what happened with number 5. And you see the numbers for Vernon Slaughter. They call him VJ. 6 for 8, 86 yards, 1 touchdown. Not bad for a young man coming off injury. Give again to Gooden. Gooden spins, and he gets wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage. Good open field tackle there made by Kyrie Mitchell-Hill. And you know what? They practice this wrapping up drill that they most likely do at practice, because you see all the defenders, they engage and they quickly wrap their other arm around. As they say, you wrap them up, they're really doing it. Now we've got another player down. This player for Bessemer City and that's Rosarius Horn, who plays both ways. So he's cramping up right now. And you know what? I guarantee you those guys were not ultra hydrating during halftime.
Yeah, I mean, they probably was too busy trying to listen to their coach and see what was going on. But in moments like that, you have to hydrate, whether you're drinking water, Gatorade, or electrolytes. Because these guys, especially him, a guy like him, he's playing both ways. So he's putting out a lot. So whatever you're putting out, you have to put it back into your body as well.
And it looks like they're putting some little bit more. Now, you know, my day, we did pickle juice and salt tablets. they banned the salt tablets altogether. You know, they don't want us to have high blood pressure.
Yeah.
But, you know, pickle juice. But tell me this, on the collegiate level, you played at University of Alabama. How much fluids are they drinking in a hot game like this at night at halftime?
Oh, they're pushing a lot of fluids. I mean, they're pushing fluids at night. You know, stay in the hotel. They pushing fluids, hotel, meetings, pregame meal throughout the day. So, and they have those coolers in all up throughout the facility. So they're pushing fluids all throughout the day.
And Mr. Horn is cramping so hard, he's spilling the water while he's walking. He's like, oh, I can't feel it. All right, so he's off to the side, second down, and hey, we hope that he gets better real soon. Second down, 9, Slaughter going to throw it. An interception by the Panthers. Going the other way is T.J. Sanders. Sanders has some room to run, and the first big turnover of the day for the Pell City Panthers, and their sidelines going wild.
Yeah, that was a good play right there by T.J. Sanders. That's the play that, you know, Pell City probably needed to help get their spark going. So that was a good play. He read it. He was able to intercept the pass. You see right here, he's very was very patient right there, and it just jumped the pass, and he was going downfield. So way to be smart.
Different color fluorescent gloves right there. His is the bright yellow rather than the fluorescent green. And he's off to the races and gets to the sideline.
So for Pell City, you want to get something going right here offensively.
Big turnover, and now we'll see what Pell City's offense can do in Bessemer City territory. Fake over to Love, and they get the ball over to Gossett, who holds on to it and able to get some positive yards. Good tackle made by Jermaine Gilbert. He said, me? Talking to me? I'm making the catch. As he said, I'm making the catch. Second down now and about 5 yards to go for the Panthers. After the interception, they're trying to see if they can cash in and get their first points of the 2026 season. Gossett in motion to the far side, now 4 wide receiver set. They're going to shift Love and send him out to the far side. Looks like a quick screen over to Jeremiah Love, and he gets upended. Good open field tackle made by Telly Simmons. And Simmons looks like he is a spy scoping out on him.
Yeah, Simmons did a good job. As you see right here on this play, I mean, he was able to get it out to him, but Simmons did a good job of just breaking down and getting a good open field tackle. He didn't over angle it. He got great pursuit, was able to break it down and make a good tackle.
And Simmons is coming up a little limp. The senior linebacker for the Purple Tigers. Third down. Gossett goes in motion. Now they're going to roll the Gossett side. They're going to try to go. The ball is tipped and almost intercepted. And that was a good job by the defense, able to step up big right when they needed it. Terrell James right there on the coverage, but big number 2, Donovan Moore, put, as they say, he put a paw up, and that paw was able to deflect the ball.
Yeah, that was a good job of just getting hands up, recognizing when the pass was, and got a nice deflection on the ball. So way to have active hands and see the ball as you're trying to get off the block.
Gossett in the deep position. They all have both quarterbacks back there, and he's going to do a quick punt. The quick kick goes inside the 10, the 5. Oh, it was tipped, but it goes into the end zone for a touchback. Wow. And that's Brennan Slaughter right there, the other number 5.
Man, Man, he did a good job of getting down there and cover, but he tried to tip it back towards the field, but the ball still ended up going in the end zone. But whether or not, he still did a good job of getting down there covering on the punt, though.
Here comes VJ Slaughter. First and 10 from the 20-yard line. 9:03 here in the third quarter. Purple Tigers up 9-0. Gooden trying to find some room. He does. Able to get about 5 or 6 on the carry. Now he's starting to slowly but surely gain momentum. And it looks like he has some tassels on his wrist.
Yeah.
As his wrist tape is coming off, and he's keeping it on there. And looks like he gets to the line of scrimmage, but not much more. I think that may be part of his stilo, part of his thing. Yeah, he's not even worried about it. He's not ripping it off or anything. That may be part of his costume.
He just wants to play football. He's not.
There it is.
He's worried about the tape or anything.
Yeah, I think he may have been watching some old wrestling tape and said, you know what, I need some tassels to go with my uniform. Oh, it goes through Slaughter's hands. He does the small. It gets loose again, and the ball goes in favor of Pell City. Great job, Johnny on the spot. DJ Burgess comes up with it, and just like that, the Panthers are in business in the red zone.
Now the Panthers, that was probably one of the biggest stops they had all game. They needed that defensive stop, and they had it. I mean, you have to capitalize. You take a look at it right here. You see the ball went over the quarterback head. He tried to grab it, but he just couldn't hold on to it. And you see Panthers, Pell City, they swarmed the ball. So they're right here. They need to try to capitalize on this offensive drive right here.
Great job by Pell City to really keep an eye on the ball. The linebacker, DJ Burgess, comes up with a big defensive play. And now their offense has their best field position of the day. Quick throw by Hartley into the end zone. Out of bounds, intended for Brendan Salter, but he did not come down in bounds. That's part of the rule that's been around now for about 4 or 5 years, where you've got to come down. They don't estimate your landing spot. So you got to land in, and he landed on the white. You can't go off estimations anymore. Remember how they used to say, the defender pushed him out. He would have landed in. They say, no.
And now you have to come down with the ball.
You got to come down with it. Windows World red zone. Second down, trying to get into the 10-yard line, inside the 10, down to about the 5. And that's big, number 22, DJ Burgess. He stands 6'1", 231. Now, he got the fumble recovery, and now he's running as the back. I know he's like, wait a minute, coach. You want me to get the groceries and cook the meat.
See him, he's following his big boys. Got off one tackle, getting down. He did a good job of getting downhill, but once he got downhill, you see him moving his feet. He's still fighting for yards. That's a big fella right there.
He's big, 6'1", 231. And we do have a man down. And looks like, that's Donovan Moore. And this is the second time he's had to deal with those cramps. He may need, about a half a gallon of Powerade.
Nowadays they use mustard too for cramps.
Mustard?
Yeah.
Mustard?
Mm-hmm.
They pour it on top or put it in your mouth?
I mean, you put it on your top or you can put it in your hand. I mean, as long as you intake the mustard, it don't matter how you do it. But
So that producer who screams mustard?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'm getting it slowly but surely. So he's going into the tent. Now, the popcorn, I don't think will be good for him.
No.
But the guy brought it in just in case. Okay. Just want to make sure of that. All right, we're looking once again. Third down and goal. Two-back set. Hartley in at quarterback. Now they're going to move Gossett in motion. Flea flicker, go back to Gossett. The ball is right there into the end zone. Wyatt Hartley for the touchdown. Wow, what a misdirection play. And Hartley gets the first touchdown of the season for the Panthers.
Now, that was definitely a good play design. I mean, he had it, he tossed it back, and he was wide open in the end zone. You take a look at it right here. Was very patient. He flicked it back to him, and you see Hartley going out for the route, and it was right there. He was wide open. That's just a smart design play by the Pell City Panthers.
And he is in for the score. That puts 6 on the board for the Panthers. Now the point after attempt is up and it's good. And ladies and gentlemen, we've got a ball game. Only 2 points separate the Panthers and the Purple Tigers. And it's Pell City who has the momentum here in the third quarter. It started off by a huge fumble recovery, and it ends up with a flea flicker touchdown. Stay tuned. (9-7) is your score. Drummond Company Friday Night Rivals presented by My 68 Sports. Pell City has made a game of it. Remember, post-game, we'll have our Crown Trophy presentation coming up right after the game. We're so thankful for Crown Trophy for providing the trophy that we've done right here every year at Friday Night Rivals. Big kick. Taken at the 4-yard line. Can the Purple Tigers answer? They're trying to find some room to run, and they get wrapped up right at the 25-yard line. And once again, DJ Vergis right there bringing him down. Vergis has been a busy man this evening. Now it's Teldrin Turner on the return. So now we'll see if Bessemer City's offense can answer the call. They had the faux pas on the fumble, and Pell City was able to take advantage of it. And here comes the Purple Tiger offense. Slaughter had his first turnover of the year, and he's going to see if he can try to make amends.
And Braxton Collins, please report to the ticket booth. We have something that belongs to you.
Gooden in the backfield. And now they're going to move. Man in motion, fumble again, and the ball is recovered again by Pell City. D. McFarland on the recovery And just like that, Pell City has great field position on back-to-back drives that go awry for Bessemer City.
Hey, I think Pell City is hungry right now. I believe the coach probably hyped them up for halftime, but whatever it is, I mean, they have been on both balls for the last 2 defensive drives. They're really hungry right now. Look at that right there. He bumbled the ball, and they just all over. 15 comes off the edge and did a good job.
And I know Slaughter wants to have that back, but great job by D. McFarland. Demarion McFarland goes by D. And D made a big play for the Pell City defense. So now, once again, 1st and 10, great field position right outside the red zone at about the 23-yard line. Love will go in motion to the far side. Hartley's going to keep it. And Hartley gets wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage, and he loses his helmet, so he may have to go on the side for a play. Good job there by the defensive front, and a good open field tackle there by number 20, Marion Lloyd. And Mr. Lloyd's just a junior. Plays one of those linebacking positions. And right now, you're going to see a lot of new bodies. Everybody's trying to get some fluids in them, trying to make sure they don't cramp up. So now 2nd and 10, no gain. Now we've got Brody Gossett in at quarterback. They're going to give it to Love. Love can't go anywhere fast. He may have gotten 1 yard. Oh, now 2nd and 3rd effort. He falls forward and gets about 3 or 4 in the play.
Now, as long as you get those 3 or 4 positive yards, you can build off that. I mean, don't have to be a big explosive play every time, but as long as you're getting 3, 4, and 5 yards, you're doing a good job of trying to get a first down. But right now, Bessemer City, their defensive line is doing a good job of recognizing the play and just being all over the running back.
Timeout is called. When we come back, we'll see if Pell City can take advantage of the 2nd straight turnover by Bessemer City. Stay tuned. Wyatt Hartley and company trying to see if they can take advantage of the 2nd straight turnover by the Purple Tigers. 3rd and 9 for the Panthers in Purple Tiger territory. Gossett goes in motion. Hartley looking for the end zone, has a receiver. Here's a touchdown for the Panthers. Great job, Brennan Salter. And just like that, the Panthers have the lead. Pell City on top, 13-9.
That was a good answer right there. That's a good job of Pell City of not giving up, not getting down, but they just fought back. I mean, they had 2 big defensive stops on their defensive drive, and they came back on offense, and they answered on both of them. Well-designed play right there, very patient, and he was just wide open right there, was able to slide into the end zone.
Point after attempt is up, and it's good. A 14-0 run right now for the Panthers. Let's take another look at the touchdown.
Very patient right there. I mean, the young man, Brenton Salter, did a good job of just holding the ball and catching it in and sliding to the end zone. I mean, they just a good answer right there for Pell City.
This team is showing they have some grit. They were down 9-0. This offense was like an old lawnmower. You just couldn't get it started. You go down one line and then it just breaks down. Too much grass underneath. But now it looks like the engine is running well now.
Yeah, look, they found their groove. I mean, they're up 14-9. They answered on both offensive possessions, so that's a good job of Pell City. They didn't get down on themselves and they didn't give up, but instead they found the answer. So hats off to Pell City for finding the answer.
So now Bessemer City has some questions they have to answer at the quarterback position. Slaughter has turned the ball over twice. They do have sophomore Brandon Gooden right there in the wings if they need him. He did come in last season and play in place of VJ Slaughter, who was injured. And right now, they got to make sure they can focus in if you're a fan of the of the Purple Tigers. 5:34 left here in the third quarter. A 14-0 run so far for Pell City. And here comes a kick by Garner. Another Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. And the return. Got some room to run. Trying to keep it going. And a good run by Teldrin Turner. Able to get good field position out to about the 34-yard line. Turner's been doing a good job of getting possession of the ball and making a good return.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing a good job. He got out past the 30, so that was a good kickoff return.
5:23 left to play here in the third quarter. The offense has sort of stalled, and now here comes Brandon Gooden. Now, Coach Nelson did say you would see both quarterbacks tonight. No better time than now to see this young man who electrified the fan base last year. He can run, just like Jamarian Gooden, and he's able to get to the line of scrimmage. 1 yard gain right there. And this young man, just a sophomore, last year as a freshman had to take the reins and able to guide his team into the playoffs. 2nd down and 9. The Gooden backfield. Gooden and Gooden should be very good. Very good. 2nd and 9. Quick pass. Finds a receiver. Able to get some positive yards and some more. Holding on to the football. Great job on the reception, Dari Green. And it's another first down. Let's take another look.
So, I mean, this is the young quarterback, but even though he's young, he just showed a good promising play right there. He saw his receiver in wide open space, and I'm glad that he held on to the ball because Williams tried to come in and knock that ball out of his hand.
Gooden, this time he gets hit by Parker Davis, who sends him back about a half a yard. And he does not seem fazed at all by that big hit. He was able to get 2 yards on the play, makes it 2nd down and 8. Keeping 3 wide receivers set. Now he's going to go long. Has a receiver. Catch is made. All he needs is 1 foot down, and he does. Great job by Chase Walker. And it's a first down, and they'll move the chains.
Now, that was just a great catch. Great throw and a great catch. But the thing I like about this play, he threw it to where the receiver could make a play and still catch it in bounds.
Now Window World red zone. They're inside the 20. Ball at the 13-yard line. Trying to keep a fast pace are the Purple Tigers. Keeping it is Gooden. And Gooden is hit right at the line of scrimmage. That was a good open field tackle made there by D. McFarland.
They tried to run a counter play, but the defense read it well, was able to stop at the line of scrimmage. So wait for the Pell City's defensive line to recognize what play was coming.
Jaden Thomas in the backfield, more of a flanker back. Giving it over to Gooden. Jamarian Gooden gets inside the 10 down to about the 7-yard line. They get inside the 5 to about the 4. They can get a first without scoring. 30 seconds left on the play clock. They're moving fast. Gooden to Gooden. They give it to Jamarian, and he gets hit immediate at the line of scrimmage. DJ Vergis there to make a tackle, may have gotten credit for a tackle for a loss right there.
Tried to get downhill, but that was a good tackle right there. They were able to recognize it as soon as he came downhill, so that was a very good tackle by DJ Burgers.
We used to call that the submarine. Yeah, you go low. Real low. Not high, you go low.
But whatever. The submarine just worked for this young man.
There it is, submarine. They got some older guys watching TV right now on My 68 like, yeah, I remember that. Yeah. So timeout is called. 2:40 left here in the third quarter. What we saw was a defensive shutout in the first half turns into an offensive explosion for Pell City, led by 2 turnover recoveries by the Pell City defense. But now we're seeing Bessemer City go with the young gun in Brandon Gooden as V.J. Slaughter still sits on the side after 2 consecutive turnovers.
Yeah, and although Brandon Gooden is young right now, he's showing he's very mature. He's being very poised in the pocket. I mean, he's driving the offense down the field. So right now, if you're the coaching staff, you just keep him in the game and just try to continue to build his rhythm. I mean, he's driving the ball, so they just got to stay consistent.
Pell City's defense, they've had their backs against the wall. In the first half, they were able to hold Bessemer City to a field goal and a missed field goal. Can they do it again? 4th down and 2. Now we've got the big lineup. Donovan Moore in at one of the tight ends. They're going to give it directly to Jamarian Gooden. Gooden, all he needs to get to the first down. He fumbles the football. It's in the end zone. It's loose. We got to see what the official call will be. Now they'll most likely call him down. They'll call him down. It depends on where the spot is. Now, we got to see what the ruling will be. And it's a touchdown! Wow! What a play. Another touchdown for Bessemer City. And now they'll take the lead.
Wow, it's a big play right there. He spins off one defender. He's trying to keep his balance, and he just bobbles the ball. I guess his teammate recovered the ball in the end zone, so I guess that's why they ruled the touchdown.
Great play, great fumble recovery there by Darian Green. He'll get credit for the touchdown. And now with the point after attempt, it will be a 3-point lead for Bessemer City, but they've got to make the kick. Martinez was 21 of 22 last year. He missed one today. Can he make amends? Kick is up, and it's good. Tully Simmons able to step up big when his team needs him, and right now it's 17-14 Purple Tigers. Stay tuned. Both teams have shown resiliency in our first Drummond Company Friday Night Rivals presented by My 68 Sports Game of the Week. And this has been a fantastic game. 16-14 is your score. 2:30 left here. Antonio Nelson and company was able to drive down the field led by sophomore Brandon Gooden Jr. and able to get a score. And I know Coach Nelson after this game, he may want to go on a vacation because he's been through a roller coaster ride of emotions. His defense was lights out. It looks like they couldn't stop anybody for 2 consecutive series. The offense was lights out. They couldn't hold on to the ball for 2 consecutive series. Now they're back in it.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a lot of ups and downs, as you said. But the good thing about this game is still the first game, so he'll better go back and look at the film and be like, where do we go wrong? Where do we go right? So still little things to work out in the first game.
And now Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. Zayden Martinez, he kicks it, and it's returnable for the Panthers. They're trying to find some room to run, and here comes that young man again, Mr. Brody Gossett. And Gossett is right there. He has done a little bit of everything. Thrown, he's received, he's run. He can do it all. And here comes quarterback Wyatt Hartley. And here comes Brody Gossett also. Either one of them can play the quarterback role, and both of them are very good quarterbacks. So now we've got 3 wide receivers on the near side with Beavers and Hartley, the quarterback, in the backfield. From the 28, Beavers trying to find some room. He gets hit immediately, and it will be a tackle for a loss. Courtney Akoff right there to make the big play. Last year, he had 5 sacks, leading the team in sacks last year.
Wow, that was a good play right there by Courtney. By Courtney Akoff. He saw it only be a trap play. He saw the guard wrap up under. He read it well and was able to meet the running back right there in the hole.
Less than 2 minutes here in the third quarter. After a 14-point explosion by the Panthers, Bessemer comes back and scores 7 of their own to take the lead. Kamari Love in motion now to the far side. Quick pass over to Love. Love is wrapped up, but not before he drags the defender, Telly Simmons, into first down territory, and they're able to move the chains. (16-14) your score. Clock stops at 1:25, and Simmons has really put forth a lot of effort. And now it's the quarterback. Oh, working on them calves, working on the shins. Gotta drink some water.
You do.
Before it comes to an end. I'll be in the overtime lounge. So they're working him out. He cramps, Normally we would just say a lower leg injury, but it's not an injury. It's just cramps.
Yeah, it's definitely cramp. So, and the thing about a cramp is, as a player, you have to stay. You don't want to get overworked. You have to kind of stay cool and relaxed, because if not, you don't want to be overstimulating yourself and the cramp making it worse.
Yeah, it does. I've done that cutting grass. I'm embarrassed to say, and I said, I feel good now, and I took one false move, saw an ant pile up, and then cramp came back.
Your neighbors didn't see you cramping bad, did they?
No, they think I'm off my rocker because I do it like at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. They're like, what is he doing? So everybody hopefully is getting some fluids inside of them while they are working on the quarterback for Pell City, Wyatt Hartley. And now he's back down again. He says, oh no, here it comes, here it comes. So they're working it out. Even some of our cameramen were cramping up a little bit, and they had to, make sure they got some extra hydration during halftime.
Wow.
Because, last thing, you got a 40, 50-pound camera on your shoulder, right, and your leg starts to cramp up, the camera may, lose that battle.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to collapse to the ground. Like you said, a camera on your back won't be a good turnout. Definitely making sure he's hydrating well.
Well, it's going in and out of his body because he's sweating so much.
Let's see if he can get up this time.
There we go. All right, he's making sure, because that first step, he's like, am I going to cramp up again? And you can see, as they say, the sheen off of all of these young people's bodies. It's not, as they say, that wrestling grease. That's a lot of sweat out there. Good thing about Pell City, they've got another quarterback, senior Brody Gossett, is right there to take the helm. 1st and 10. They make the shift with Salter moving over along with Estelle. Keeping it on the ground is Channing Beavers, and Beavers gets pushed back. Jacoby Rogers able to make a big hit.
Jacoby Rogers met him right there in the hole, so that was a good tackle right there by Jacoby Rogers. Way to see it, way to react on it.
Now 2nd down, and we'll call it 9. Ball at the Panthers' 40-yard line. Sending receiver in motion, trying to find somebody. Gossett can't find anyone yet, and he does the smart thing and throws it out of bounds. Closest person to him was Kamari Love, but Love was not open.
Did a good job of just throwing the ball away and not trying to do nothing special. You see right here, very patient. He had to roll out the pocket and get out of there, but you see all the pressure still coming his way, so did a good job of just looking for a defender and throwing it out of bounds.
Courtney Akoff right there chasing him, and Akoff is, as he says, sucking air, trying to get his air back. Less than 20 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter, 3rd down and 9. Salter in motion. Quick pass, and it was going to Salter, but Salter did not turn around and see it in time, but he was getting pressure. Gossett was getting some pressure. He knew he had to get rid of that ball.
Yeah, he did the right thing, just get rid of it and throw it away, but it's good he didn't make a silly play, but he was able to throw it away for an incomplete pass.
So now 4th and 9. Gossett also is the punter when they do quick kicks and even long kicks. And back deep is Teldrin Turner, goes over his head. Gossett, now he's got to try to figure out a way to kick it. He's trying to run with it, and he's going to throw the football, and it's incomplete. Wow, that could have been disastrous. Luckily, nobody caught the ball, and I think Gossett is going to go to the side and say, I did anything and everything I had to do, and you still see Hartley over there being treated for his cramps.
Wow.
And Gossett's like, man, I'm tired.
I mean, just look at it. It went way over his head, but it looked like he kind of hesitated. It looked like he wanted to try to punt it right there, but he saw the defender, so he just took off. And then he eventually just threw it down the field, but he knew that nothing was positive going to come out of that.
Keeps moving, keeps it moving. Now, see, that's where you got to watch some Australian rules football and know how to kick it on the run.
You do.
Right now, he's just trying to cool off. And hopefully the defense can give him the ball back. Now, if you're a fan of Bessemer City, their offense has got to try to kick it into high gear. This may be the last play of the 3rd quarter. So they get called for a delay of game. So with 1.1 seconds left, they move back 5 yards, which could be something that works against them. Now, rather than 1st and 10, it's 1st and 15. Direct snap to Jamarian Gooden. Here comes Gooden. Gooden gets a good stiff arm. He breaks one tackle, gets inside the 30, down to about the 26, and this young man is special. Gooden is very good. And they still got a half a second left on the clock. Wait a minute, no. That's the end of the third quarter.
Nice
push. I mean, that is a classic stiff arm. Great job to end the quarter and gain momentum. And right now, a 2-point lead for Bessemer City as they're trying to get their season opening win. But it has been a dogfight, a big cat fight, so to speak, between the two. Stay tuned. Fourth quarter coming up. Terdrin Turner right there on the carry, but the officials stop play. Looks like we got a flag on the ground right there inside the 20. Let's see what the official call will be. Illegal substitution. Somebody came into the game while they were not in the huddle. Give over to Turner. Here comes Tedrin Turner inside the 5-10, and he's brought down right at about the goal line. Will they call it a touchdown? No, he was brought down at the 1-yard line. The young man, Tedrin Turner, makes a huge play in this drive.
Turner did a good job of getting downhill, finding the crease, and once he found it, he was able to get in space and do some good things, but he was almost in the end zone, but he down right down at the 1-yard line, so he did a good job of just getting behind his blockers and getting downhill, making a big play.
DJ Verges makes a touchdown-saving tackle. Now it looks like they're going to direct snap it to Lamarian Gooden. They do. Here comes Gooden inside the 2, and let's see what they call it. No, they say it gets back to the 1-yard line. The defense for Pell City steps up big. Good job by Verges and company. And he gets right back where he started, right at the 1-yard line. Inside the Window World red zone. Here in the fourth quarter, trying to add to their 2-point lead. Direct snap again. And on second effort, he gets in. Touchdown, Purple Tigers. They add to their 2-point lead. And the fourth quarter now for Bessemer City.
It was a good job right there. They know they need to capitalize. They did a good job of just responding and getting into the end zone with a touchdown. Direct snap to Gooden. Looked like he wanted to go right. He was able to slide his way barely right into the end zone for a touchdown.
Good job by Gooden. High snap. Martinez with the kick. It's blocked. They're going to try to throw it into the end zone. Throw. And it's intercepted. Good job by the defense. And that's Kyrie Mitchell-Hill with the interception. And you see Lamarian Gooden trying to get some rest. And hopefully he's getting some fluids because he had to get those direct snaps. If you don't succeed the first time, what do they say? Try and try again. And his second effort with the lean gets him in.
Sucking wind over there on the sideline. He had a good, big drive right there. So, as you said, a young man needs to stay hydrated because 10 minutes still can be a long time in the ball game. So make sure you still get those fluids in you.
(22-14) is your score. Great drive by the Purple Tigers using a little bit of everything. Brandon Gooden, Lamarian Gooden, the Gooden backfield, along with some other players, able to get the drive going, maintain it, and secure a touchdown. So now for Pell City, can they get this offense ignited like they did to start the third quarter and score 14 unanswered? They do that here, they can walk away with a season-opening win.
Yeah, it's going to be a big challenge for them. They have to start it right now. They can't wait, though. If you want to see what you can do, you have to start it right here and know what you can do. But once you get in the rhythm, you got to be consistent and stay what's working for you.
Martinez to do the kick. Be another Coosa Federal Credit Union kickoff. And remember, Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union is where you belong. They're committed to providing personalized financial solutions to help you achieve your goals. Go to CoosaPinesFederalCreditUnion.org today. Here comes the kick from Martinez. Big leg, big kick into the end zone for a touchback, his third one of the evening.
Ball will be placed at the 20-yard line. Students, begin to call your rides, please. Students, begin to call your rides.
Here comes Gossett. And right now, Wyatt Hartley, who provided a lot of offense for this squad, scored a touchdown receiving through a touchdown pass, but he's suffering from cramps right now and is out of the game. Gossett started the game at quarterback, moved over to receiver, able to keep a lot of drives alive for the Panthers. From the 20, Gossett going to keep it, and he eludes one defender and is eventually brought down for about a 2-yard loss.
In the game right now, you can't afford to have negative yards. You want to capitalize on positive yards. So Gossett's going to find something that's worked for him and his offense. So hopefully his offensive coordinator realize what Gossett can do and just try to get him in the rhythm so they can get going right here with 9 minutes left in the game.
4 wide receivers set. Jamari Love in the backfield along with Gossett. Beavers in motion. Now they're going Beavers' way. He throws a side on to Channing Beavers. Beavers reversing field, and it looks like he's pulling a Marcus Allen. He eludes one defender, breaks the line of scrimmage, but there is a flag at the 18-yard line. This may be coming back. Looks like it may have been an illegal block on Courtney Akoff. But let's see what the flag is.
clap. Replay second down.
And let's take another look at it. And there's the hole right there on, looks like Akoff or Dylan Moore. Reverse field. Love, but there is a flag. Looks like it could be another hold. Love able to get the ball back to the line of scrimmage, but it may all be coming back. Those flags are starting to fly high.
Yeah, and on that play, defender Telly Simmons did a good job of staying at home on the reverse. He saw it. He was able to squeeze down the line of scrimmage and make the tackle as well.
Another hold. Take another look. Oh, yeah. Now, you know what? I don't fault Hudson Bell for holding Dylan Moore.
Yeah.
Because if you don't dance with him, he's going to be in the backfield.
He is.
And it's not October, but he is a menacing individual if you're a running back and you see that guy coming at you. 3 wide receivers now in a bunch set on the near side for Pell City. Gossett looking to throw long and high, and that one looks like the receiver just couldn't get under it. Kamari Love was looking for the ball rather than trying to catch it. He was like, wait a minute, where is it? And you got to give Gossett some credit. You know, one quarterback has already left the game due to cramps. He's been playing multiple positions and kicking the ball, and he stayed in the game.
Yes, he's doing a good job of stepping up as a team player. I mean, at this point, I think he's just doing whatever he can for his team if they want to be successful. So whether he's punting the ball, being quarterback, just being a good team player right now.
What you don't want now is a high snap, because it could be a safety or, you know, it could end up being 6 points for the Purple Tigers. Low snap. Oh, no, the ball is loose. It's still loose. Will they call it a safety? It is a safety. The defense gets 2 points on the board for the Purple Tigers off of the bad snap coming from Pell City. And congratulations for big number 24, Jacoby Rogers. He'll get credit for the safety.
And that's one of the things you just talked about, whether it was a low snap or a high snap. I mean, and they were able to convert to a safety right there. So that's what you didn't need if you was Pell City, but Bessemer City, they was able to recover the ball in the end zone. So that was just a big play defensively for Bessemer City.
I think both teams will be doing, whoever's the deep snapper and the center will be doing a lot of snapping next week. Just safe to say. And for Jacoby Rogers, he's done a lot in this game. He's made a lot of big plays, and now he gets credit for a safety. Gets 2 points. So now 24-14 is your score. The free kick will happen, which also means that Bessemer City will get the ball back, and now it's time to pull out the coolers.
It is.
Because if you've got a running back like Jamarian Gooden, you can put this game on ice.
You can.
If you can give him the ball.
Just give him the rock and let him do what he do. I believe, you know, as you said, they can put the game away, but at the same time, you want to be consistent. So if it's working for him, just let him keep getting the rock.
So now it's got to be the free kick. Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. And this is our first free kick of the season. I did not expect us to have a safety in game one, but we have a safety in game one. That lets you know that this season is going to be a barn burner of a year.
Yeah, pretty interesting.
Gossett to do the free kick. And it's returnable from the 35. And he takes it out into Pell City territory. Good return by Teldrin Turner. And now you can see they've got a little pep in their step because you've got a lead. And here comes the young sophomore Brandon Gooden Jr. and Lamarion Gooden. It's Gooden and Gooden. We've got so many law firms here on the field tonight. We've got Parker Davis. We've got Gooden and Gooden. Pretty cool. 1st and 10. Here comes Jamarian. Missed tackle. And now they get him from behind. Good open field tackle there made by Theron Williams. Gooden slow to get up.
Thank goodness. Probably trying to catch the cramp.
Remember, we didn't see him drinking anything. He was just trying to get some air.
Yeah.
Now he's coming over to the side. They got to give him some fluid.
Mm-hmm. He needs some fluids ASAP.
They don't miss a beat now with Turner, but Parker Davis is right there to knock him back for a loss.
Now, Parker Davis, is one thing I can say about him on Pell City, he's been very active tonight. He's been in the backfield a lot. He's made some fine tackles when you needed him. So he's done a good job of just trying to anchor that defensive line and make big plays when the big plays needed to be made.
That's at least his 3rd tackle for a loss tonight. 4 wide receiver set, 3 here on the near side with Gooden Jr. at quarterback. Going to look to throw, getting some pressure. Finds a receiver, throwing it long, and it's intercepted. 2nd pick of the day, TJ Sanders, and he's knocked down right at the 28-yard line. Sanders with another big play.
Very big play.
Man, we got a little bit of everything tonight. Interceptions, safeties, touchdowns, fumbles, and Gooden, he took his time. And as they say, you think long, you think wrong.
That was just a good play right there. I mean, he saw the route, was able to see it, and that was just really good interception.
Number 2 gets his 2nd interception of the year in the same game.
Wow.
Great job. It's got to be the glove.
Got to.
The fluorescent yellow. Mellow yellow. Gossett throwing long, trying to find a receiver, and knocked down. And a flag. And, yeah, I think that's maybe a pretty legit one right there because Devontae Burnett did not turn his head.
Yeah, there was a lot of contact in there as well, but think about the pass. The defender has to turn their head.
Pass interference. On the defense. 15 yards from the previous spot. Tigers, 1st down.
And we take another look, and he doesn't turn his head. He's right there battling. He knocks the ball away, but he didn't turn his body.
That was a good call.
1st and 10 now from the 42-yard line. Beavers going in motion to the far side. Quick throw by Gossett and incomplete. Intended for Salter, and he couldn't hold on to the ball. And that was Devontae Burnett also there on the coverage. As he said, you know, when you're a defensive back or wide receiver, you got to put that bad play behind you. Next play.
Yeah, you got to have that next play mentality.
Second down and 10. And now Gossett is limping a little bit. He may start to cramp up. Yeah, he's grabbing that calf. Oh.
Uh-oh.
6:48 left here in regulation. And as they say, when he stops playing, that's when the cramp monster comes in.
Like he's trying to tough it out, but those cramps are something serious.
So now we're just waiting to see where the ball is being placed. It's 2nd down and 10. Waiting on the officials to start play. And we're all in a waiting mode right now, just trying to see what they're trying to do. And this is sort of stalling the momentum for Pell City. So everybody's waiting to see exactly what they want to do. Here comes the official. So it looks like the official is having a conversation. And he's talking to Antonio Nelson. And we're still trying to get word on exactly what the issue is. Now, hopefully, can Gossett get over to the sideline and get some water?
Yeah, you would think. I mean, why they have all this time that he's able to get a little hydration right now.
So the officials are look.
I think it might be a clock issue.
Let's. Looks like we got a communication issue with our officials, and they're trying to work on that issue right now. .648 left here in regulation. Pell City with the ball, but it's the Purple Tigers, the host team here for the season opener, who has the 24-14 lead. So it looks like they were trying to communicate to the official in the stands. They want to put 6:55 back on the clock. So that's why they stopped play, so that they can get the right time back on the clock. 6:55 will be the time. But there was a level of communication breakdown, and now they're trying to get it back in. And now we've got it, and hopefully Brody Gossett got some fluids.
I know, right?
You know what I'm saying?
He had an ample amount of time.
Right. So now we're looking at 2nd down and 10. We're ready to rock and roll. 4 wide receivers set. Gossett, quick pass. Gets it to Salter, but he is a little short. He couldn't turn his body to get ahead, but they will give him enough for the first down.
Thought that was huge. I mean, he was able to get the first down, convert. That's the main thing. He got the yards and was able to get the first down. So that was a big, important thing.
So now 1st and 10 in Purple Tiger territory at about the 47-yard line. High snap, Gossett able to corral it. Here comes Moore. Moore grabs him, and he gets sandwiched in and brought down. It was Moore along with Rosarius Horn.
Yeah, Moore did a good job of using his hands at the top of the rush, was able to swipe past some offensive linemen. Did a good job of just seeing that and then recognizing it for the sack. It was a good job.
No gain, 2nd down and 10. Gossett with plenty of time. Here comes the other Moore. They're trying a delayed screen to Salter, but he's unable to get it. The ball is just a little bit too low. And Gossett right now trying to overcome the cramps. I hope he got some fluids while they were having the communication breakdown, but I don't know if he even went over to the sideline.
I don't think I think he stayed on the field the whole time.
And I think right now people will be watching this film and they'll say, why did Pell City get so many holding calls? It's because they've got a 55, a 2, and a 51.
Yes.
Those 3 individuals, and when you've got 2 and 55 out there by themselves, your offensive linemen are going to hold in a sense of desperation.
Yes.
2nd down. Brooks in motion. Now he cuts back to the near side. Gossett, quick pass to Jamari Love. Love trying to shift around. He makes a play. Good job. Gets some positive yards. And he gets upended and flipped over. Great job by Agent Zero. And we haven't called his name out a lot so far. Chennis Wilson Fuller.
Now, Love did do a good job of turning something negative to a positive. He's saying that he got back across the field, but he was able to get some good positive yards. But then you see Agent Zero come in there, make a good tackle right there. So, very nice tackle on both sides. Good play on both sides.
3rd down and 14. Gossett with some time, now getting pressure, trying to elude the defender, and he's going to throw it out of bounds. Could not stop that relentless pressure coming from the Purple Tiger defense.
Yeah, they were all over that, and they had some relentless pursuit as well. They didn't stop. They was after the quarterback. They did a good job of just creating pressure and making him throw the ball away out of bounds.
Defense once again steps up when they need them the most for Bessemer City. So now we've got a timeout. And now we're starting to see everybody grab some fluids and try to get as much as they can. We'll take a break along with them. When we come back, we'll see if Pell City kicks it or will they go for it. Stay tuned. Fourth down and 14 for Pell City. Bessemer City with a 24-14 lead. James Verrett along with R.J. Burns here at Bessemer City Stadium. Season opener of Drummond Company Friday Night Rivals presented by My 68 Sports. Fourth down.
14 yards to go.
Will they try a quick kick? Or will they go for it? Love going in motion. Cuts back to the near side. Throws it. And almost intercepted. Devontae Burnett right there to try to make a play, and the defense stops him again, and they get the turnover on downs. I think that may be a nomination for our call of the game. Alabama 811 dig. Make sure you call before you dig. Dig smart, dig safe. 811 call before you dig. I think that may be the call of the game because they got the stop they needed.
Yeah, that was a big play right there. Either way, he didn't intercept the ball, but he also that was a big play of defending the ball. So I think that was a very big key play in this game.
Jamarian Gooden keeping it on the ground. He's able to get 1 yard as Davis falls on top of him, and he also got some help from D. McFarland, who got up a little gimpy. I think all of these guys need to drink about 64 ounces of electrolytes before they go to bed. And for Coach Kuykendall, I think he has a lot to be proud of, but they got a lot to work on. But, hey, when your quarterback starts to falter a little bit, that hurts your momentum.
It definitely does.
Gooden Jr. on the carry, able to get some positive yards, close to a first down. It'll be 3rd and about 4. And this young man, just a sophomore, came in as a freshman last year when their team needed it, and he was able to lead them into the playoffs. Now Brandon Gooden joining forces with senior VJ Slaughter as they have led this team to a 24-14 lead with 3:38 to count. And they've got 15 seconds on the play clock, so here comes Gooden Jr. Try to hurry up and get the play going. Green in at running back. Now they split him out. They've got Teldrin Turner in. They give it to Turner. Here comes Turner. Got some room to run. He eludes one defender inside the 30, keeping his feet inside the 10-5. Touchdown. Touchdown, Purple Tigers. Now they'll say that he stepped out of bounds. And Turner wanted that one, but it looks like he stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, that was a good run right there by Turner. He was able to get on the left end right here. You see it. I mean, he has nothing but green grass. He's running the ball pretty well, too. Got past one defender, and it looks... Ooh.
I don't know. Turner may have stayed in bounds. No replay for regular season games, so we keep on keeping on. 3:05 left. We are inside the Window World red zone at the 14-yard line. Gooden going to keep it. Gooden Jr. inside the 10, down to about the 4-yard line. DJ Verges on the tackle. But do we have a flag? Looks like we've got a flag.
I thought about getting it.
So it was a hold as they pick up the laundry. The only good part about that is that it ran some clock. Now we're less than 3 minutes to play. Now play clock is running. Junior is going to hand it off to Thomas, and Thomas is hit immediately. Another tackle for a loss by Parker Davis.
Parker Davis, like I said, he's been a force on that defensive line.
And Turner, let's see if he steps out. Oh, no. Right there. There it is. There it is. Right when he tried to make a cut.
It's a good call by the official.
The officials tonight have done a splendid job. 24-14, 2:40 left to play. And for Bessemer City, they'll start the season off with a victory if they can hold on. But remember, Pell City was able to get 2 turnovers in the third quarter and score 14 unanswered. So they've got to be leery of ball security. They got to have good ball security.
Yeah, even though it's 2 minutes and 43 seconds left, you want to be smart. You can't have anything, no careless mistakes, no careless errors. So you have to take care of the ball. And if you can, try to get the ball in the end zone, whether you score 6 or you get a field goal.
Second down, Antonio Nelson cautiously optimistic. Here he goes. Thomas, Jaden Thomas keeping his feet. And inside the 5 at about the 3-yard line. Another good run by Jaden Thomas.
Now, Thomas was able to gain all those yards, but they lost for the holding on that previous play. So good job of Thomas getting downhill and gaining the positive yards back.
Now they're going with their jumbo lineup with the Moore brothers on the right side of that offense back in the Window World red zone. Clock is still running. They got about 22 seconds left on the play clock and counting. Timeout called, 2:11 left to play. Can the Purple Tigers put this game on ice? We'll find out after the break. Stay tuned. And this is one of the unique lineups for the Purple Tigers. This is the jumbo lineup, I call it, the jumbo line. So they've got a lot of big bodies right there. Direct snap, trying to keep it, and into the end zone for the score. Touchdown, Purple Tigers. Braylon Ellington plays some string music for him as he's able to get into the end zone. Let's take another look.
You see the jumbo lineup right there, the jumbo package, as you said. I mean, look at all those big guys. You know it's going to be a run, so he did a good job of following all his linemen on the line and just going there for 6.
And Ellington was the maestro on that one. Martinez for the point after attempt. Kick is up and it's good. 2:05 left to play. And with Braylon Ellington gets the touchdown, they're starting to put this one on ice. Not bad for the Purple Tigers, who have really gone through a roller coaster ride in this game. They were on fire 9-0. Right now, the coaches are talking to him, trying to make sure that he knows something. But he did get his first touchdown of the season.
Yeah, he did.
He may have been supposed to be out there in special teams. And he was like, oh yeah, that thing, yeah. So now if you're the Pell City Panthers, at what point do you try to really expand your offensive options to see if you can get a quick score?
Well, I think obviously it starts with the quarterback, and Grosset, he has to be, because we saw that his body was trying to cramp up and he was hurting a little bit out there, but it starts with him, so he's going to make sure he can go for at least 2 minutes and 5 seconds left, but you want to do anything in your playbook to try to get a score as soon as you can.
Now for our Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. Martinez has already kicked 3 into the end zone for a touchback. Martinez with the kick, and this one is at the 5-yard line. It's returnable. And keeping his feet. Good job. And a good run back. And now it's time for our Freddie Frozen Custard power play of the game. And remember, it's good stuff at Freddie's, and this was a fumble by Gooden, goes into the end zone, and it's caught by his teammate, and that is our Freddie's Custard and Steak Burger power play of the game. And remember, Freddie's, this is the good stuff, and that was a good play.
It really was.
So now we've got another flag, and in a game like this with so many emotional plays, you're going to get it a little chippiness. So let's see what the official call is. So it'll be first down. All right, 31-14 is your score. And if you're Pell City, right now you can expand that playbook now. Gossett still in at quarterback as Hartley went out with cramps. Going to try to run a man in motion. In Estelle, quick pass, reception made by Salter, and Salter able to get out to about the 33, 34-yard line before he's brought down. Good tackle made by Jacoby Rogers. So enough for the first down, and they should move the chains, but it looks like we got a flag. Holding on the offense, and they're going to repeat first down. You got to remember, those big guys, when you hold them, it's very obvious.
Yes, it definitely is.
It's kind of hard to mask it when they're that much bigger than you, and, you know, you're trying to stop them.
I mean, that is a big defensive front, too, so you're going to have to do some holding every now and then.
First and long, keeping it on the ground. Good carry there by Woodward. And a good stop by Rosarius Horn. Second down and about 5 yards to go. 3 receivers on the near side. They're going to keep it. Gossett is going to keep it. Less than a minute to play. He's got some positive room, and he goes out of bounds with the clock stopping at 56 seconds.
I think then he just took what the offense gave him. They would get some positive yards. Take a look at it right here. You see him. He faked like he's going to hand it off. Lucky he wanted to cut up, but there was nothing there, so he kept bouncing it outside, and he eventually was able to get out of bounds for a positive play.
First and 10, Panthers.
They get a first down. Gossett, good spin move by Gossett, and he goes out of bounds, and that stops the clock. 26 seconds left. That was a good stop by Kamari Harris.
7-yard run by the quarterback. Second and 3.
First and 10. Check that. It'll be second down and about 4. High snap. Gossett able to corral it. Trying to get a screen going. Got to be careful on that one, because if it was a backwards pass, that could have been a loose ball.
Picked up.
And that is Marcus Moulton. He's just a 9th grader coming out playing. And as they say, he's learning on the job. And his heart most likely beating 100 miles a minute, because he's getting his taste of varsity football.
Yeah, so this is probably his first of everything. So at least he's able to get some experience here towards the end of the game and know what it's like to play big boy ball.
3rd down and 3. They need to get the ball really at midfield and continue this drive. Gossett, bubble screen, and is not in the area where Love can catch it. Fourth down and 3, 18 seconds left. So I think they would go for it to try to keep this drive alive. Right now, Pell City is trying to play for pride, but also execution, because they got a long season ahead of them, just like we do it with Friday Night Rivals. Going in motion. Ball is tipped to himself. Great catch. Wow. What a play. That's what you want to see by Tavion Estelle. Great play. Enough for the first down. Oh, and it's all coming back. All right, and remember, ACT Equipment, one of our proud sponsors for our Facebook Live, YouTube, and web, is provided by ACT Equipment. And ACT Equipment is a full-line retail service location for handheld mower products, TYB Branson subcompact through 130 horsepower tractors. That's ACT Equipment, multiple equipment implements, and that is the ball game. And for the Purple Tigers, they win their season opener. Congratulations to Coach Nelson and the Bessemer City Purple Tigers. They win game number 1. And it looks like, well, they have to, they got a couple more seconds. They got to deal it one time. 2.5 seconds left on the clock. And this game, RJ, was a good football game.
Yes, it definitely was.
And the final kneel down. And the final scoreboard as Gooden Jr. celebrates. And the rest of the Bessemer City team starts to celebrate as Brandon Gooden and the rest of the Purple Tigers walk away with the victory. Sportsmanship center stage. And when we come back, we will have our player of the game, our trophy presentation, and the celebration for Bessemer City. Stay tuned right here on My 68.